wait a second. Hello guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing rounds 2 through 5 of the 2019 NHL Draft, reviewing them and doing them and reacting to them live. If you're watching this replay, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, make sure you do so. Now I started this earlier because, holy crap. If you guys don't know already, PK Subban has been traded. And also, we had the Patrick Marleau deal, which I was already going to start a little bit earlier because of that. Now we have a potential PK Subban trade. Now, for the first person to chat for today's live stream, might as well get into it first today, right here today. Again, this stream could be crazy. When it comes to the rounds 2 through 5, I think this is where we see the most trades. We've already seen 2 trades today, and I think it's going to be trade filled, and we'll see a lot of those. But let's see who is first in the chat for today's live stream, boys. The biggest beauties right here. Let's get going. Now, I don't really know how long this stream is going to be. I probably assume like about 2 or 3 hours. We're going to be here for a while, so I'm probably going to be chilling a little bit more than I usually do. But number 1 is Turcotte. Good to see it in the chat, my man. We got Minimoo, Joseph, Claire, OC, Hockey Cup 21, your boy Shield, Alex, Neo Madness. We got Andrew. We got Pro Gamers. We got all the beauties right here, boys. We got all the beauties. So, yes, PK Subban has been traded. We don't know where he has been traded to yet. Source, by the way, it was broken by Pierre LeBrun. He says, source says PK Subban has been traded, waiting for details on where. And on Greg Wyshynski, who writes for ESPN, said that it might be for the New Jersey Devils have acquired PK Subban. It just happened. It just broke. Holy crap. Holy crap. Here you go, boys. Here you go. Zoom in, please. The New Jersey Devils have acquired PK Subban. Holy freaking crap, man. There you go. There you go. Now we're good. I don't know what the return is, but holy crap. The New Jersey Devils are getting Jack Hughes and PK Subban. I mean, that's one way to entice Hull, I guess. Might as well. Right now, I got 40 amazing people in this stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. I'm getting the information as I'm getting it. I'll tell you guys when I get more information. But PK Subban is heading to the New Jersey Devils. Holy friggin' crap, man. That is going to be an interesting fit. We saw Jacob Trouba going to the New York Rangers. We'll see, obviously, We'll see Subban going into the Devils. That is kind of whack. Right now, we're 23 minutes away from the second round beginning, and there's already been 2 trades at this point. Holy crap, man. He's back in red, back with Montreal, and now New Jersey. That is pretty insane. Now, poor guy, because PK Subban is this great personality, the poor guy has to go to New Jersey, and that's kind of wasting his talent, but not wasting his talent on the ice, wasting his personality talent, in my opinion. Devils want the cup. I think so. I think so right now. Though having PK Subban with Jack Hughes, ooh, that would be good. But again, I don't know. We don't know what the trade itself is. We just know that he has been traded. Right now, 44 amazing people in this stream. Already the 13 likes, killing it so far. 1 like for 50, boys. Let's get that going. Let's do that. But yeah, again, PK Subban is getting traded. Who went first? Yeah, I know, dumb question. Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes, Alex. Who's going to New Jersey? PK Subban is going to New Jersey hockey coverage. We don't know the rest of the details right now. And again, that's why I started earlier. I was going to start at like 11:50 or 12 Central Standard Time, but I mean, PK Subban getting traded, I wanted to react to that as soon as I could. Yo, Sluxon, good to see you in the chat, my man, for sure. Hi, Owen, good to see you as well. He's always changing teams. Honestly, like, he could be in New Jersey, out of New Jersey in a couple of years at this rate, who knows. But again, for today's live stream, we're trying to get to 6,070 subscribers. The last stream for the first round was absolutely insane. We got so many new people come by the channel, and that is amazingly appreciated. And in this stream, we'll try to get to 6.7 if we can. Just joined in. What happened? PK got traded. Excuse me. Yes. So PK Subban has just been traded to the New Jersey Devils. We don't know the official return yet, and that's the thing. We don't know any of the details. We know Greg Wyshynski reported that he was going to the Devils. Pierre LeBrun ended up confirming that, and I'll just show you guys right here. This was 2 minutes ago. Darfzella 25. Just subscribe. Thanks so much, my man. Spirit Captain Wink and the Kiss Gift. Definitely appreciate it and welcome to the Sub Squad. Will the Knights trade anyone? It's been rumored that they would trade one of Pacioretty or I think it was either Pacioretty or I want to say Stastny, because they need some cap space. And it was rumored that they would go after one of those guys to trade if they could. So we'll see. But honestly, Merrick Super subscribe. Thanks so much, Merrick. You get the Spirit Captain Wink And the Kiss Gift, welcome to the Sub Squad, my man. Type it in, Grav. The PK Subban trade, there's still no more details, though. There has been nothing since that. So I'll show you guys here. If you're doubting me, New Jersey Devils have acquired PK Subban. Beer LeBrun, official right there. And yes, I do use Sprint as a provider. Do not at me. No, my YouTube premium ran out and I have to pay for it again. Rip, that's the worst feeling. What do you think of the President in return? It's going to be... Because, I don't know what the Devils would give. I would assume maybe David Severson going back... Nico Hischier, maybe? I don't think so, though. I don't think so. Monty traded for PK Subban. I like that trade, Joseph. I like that trade. Right now, 57 amazing people in this stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. Again, PK Subban, this whole trade is getting broken right now. We still don't know any of the rest of the details. Because, of course, we don't. It's just suspense at this point. Holy crap. Now, PK Subban was originally linked to Toronto, and then we saw the Patrick Marleau trade happen it was pretty basically like a half an hour ago. It wasn't even that long, and now PK Subban on the second day of the draft could be into New Jersey, and it's looking that way for sure. Going Elliott. Well, I already have his Twitter on notifications. So if he did tweet out something, I would know that. And he hasn't tweeted anything since that's confirmation. Oh! Santini? What? Okay. Steven Santini, Davids, and 2 seconds? That's real. Nashville is not retaining any salary. The seconds are 2019 and 2020. New Jersey. Holy crap. The Predators just got robbed, man. Santini is one of the worst defensemen in the NHL, and I don't even know who Davies is. I'm pretty sure he's an AHL guy. But I was sitting here saying, oh, would it be Taylor Hall, Nico Hischier going back to 2 seconds and a couple of depth guys? That's like trading for Zuccarello. And yes, PK Subban did have it down here, but what? Who is Davies? I'll look him up right now. Davies... Devils. That's the trade right there. That's the trade. I don't even know anymore. So Jeremy Davies, he's 22 years old. He's a defensive prospect. He was drafted in the 7th round back in 2016. He actually played in the NCAA this season, getting 37 goals with Northeastern, 37 games played with 8 goals, 28 assists, and 36 points. So. I mean, at 22, he could be valuable. He could be something. Those are pretty solid NCAA stats, but he is an older guy. I think he'll be probably like an AHL guy, maybe top 6 guy in the future, but that's not good when you're trading for PK freaking Subban, man. Freaking Subban. Oh, by the way, 76 people watching right now, which with PK Subban is absolutely perfect. So if you haven't, of course, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. Right now, we're trying to get to 6.7K subscribers, so join the sub squad if you haven't already. But PK Subban has just been traded as I'm basically live right now. That trade is great. I don't get it whatsoever for what is it with teams that trade PK Subban getting absolutely robbed in the PK Subban trade? First Montreal, now why? I know they need to get if you're trying to get rid of cap space, why didn't you trade Kyle Turris? Why didn't you trade Kyle Turris? He was the guy that was crap for you, that had a lot of years on his contract. He has 6 more years left on his contract, and you trade PK Subban? I get you have a good defense, but at least get something good back. You got 2 second-rounders. I mean, Nashville will get another second-rounder in this draft, so we'll see. Maybe they really like somebody in the second round. I don't even know anymore. What? I don't get it. I really don't. Santini is one of the worst defensemen in the NHL. He's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Davies might be a top 6 guy, but you get 2 seconds, basically, and a top 6 guy. For PK Subban, man. New Jersey is just rolling away with that. Oh, yeah. My PK Subban hat, man. Dang it. So the Nashville Predators hat that I have has like a PK Subban design on the back, and now that's now that's just torn to shreds, Nashville. Idiots, man. I don't know what they're doing. I try to explain this trade on both sides, but I can't. New Jersey fleeced, robbed, whatever you want to call it, murdered Nashville in that trade, and gets PK Subban. That is insane, man. What jersey you are wearing? I am wearing I'm wearing my Nicholas Lidstrom Detroit Red Wings jersey. They have I'm pretty sure they have 3 second-round picks in this second round, so I think they'll have a lot to go with. But again, the other trade that happened about 30 minutes ago was the Patrick Marleau trade. It was like a 6th-round pick or something in 2020 for Patrick Marleau, a 2020 conditional first, and it was like a couple of other spare picks. So when it came to Patrick Marleau, he was traded to the Carolina Hurricanes. And that's a pretty interesting deal because Elliotte Friedman also said, I'm pretty sure it was Elliotte Friedman, he said Carolina getting that deal that they'll end up buying out Patrick Marleau and that Patrick Marleau will return to San Jose in UFA status. So that is a pretty good trade, I would say, especially for the Carolina Hurricanes. They buy out Patrick Marleau, don't get that contract no more, but also get like a pretty solid pick. Now that 2020 first-round pick is lottery protected, or top 10 protected, so Toronto is terrible for some reason next season. They'll have a little protection there. If it does get protected and if that pick is top 10, it'll end up sliding back to the 2021 season. So even though with Carolina getting that first-round pick, that'll be pretty amazing for them. For Patrick freaking Marleau, that is crazy. Rangers and Devils are fleecing everyone out here. Honestly, at conception, I don't get it. I don't get it, Nashville. I just don't. Right now, though, we got 101 amazing people in this stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, boys. Let's do this. Right now, 15 minutes away from the second round. Right now, 1 like away from 30. Let's get that done, boys. Let's get that done. When is the second round starting? Yeah, right now, 14:41. Shaw, how's it going, man? Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. How long does it take that draft starts again? Yeah, 15 minutes ago. I'm not sure how long the rounds 2 for round 5 will take. It'll probably take a couple of hours, I would assume, unless they like speed through these picks. But I feel like when it comes to I feel like this is the raw potential because I don't think there's going to be many great trades in the 6th or 7th round. But I think we'll see a lot of trades throughout today in draft 2. I'll be drafting it. We've already seen PK Subban, Patrick Marleau traded. We've already seen a lot of action, so expect to see a lot more of that as well. Have you seen? Vlad Kaliyev is a good prospect in draft. Yeah, I think he will be. I think he will be picked earlier in the second round. I think he should. He's a very solid defensive prospect with Flint. Has potential to be a pretty solid top 4 guy for sure. Carolina got more back in their trade with a PK trade. That's... Sports King, you're 100% correct. Like... The Carolina Hurricanes got more for Patrick Marleau than I think New Jersey, or then I think Nashville got for PK Subban. Oh my gosh. I would ask the question who you think wins that trade to everybody, but if you think the Nashville Predators win that trade, let me know because that is an interesting opinion. Just during that, Matt Zuccarello will test the free agent market. Yeah, so Elliotte Friedman reported yesterday, I think, that he would end up testing free agency, which sucks, but it is what it is. Hopefully ends up signing with Dallas, of course. Let's see. Is that a Yasmin or Lidstrom jersey? Eric's, this is a Lidstrom jersey. On the back, got that C right there, rocking it right there. Let's see. Favorite prospects remaining. There's a lot of great prospects available. Guys like Kaliyev, guys like Brink. There should be some excellent options for sure. And by the way, as well, I got some of my rankings here, so when it comes to who gets picked where, I can actually go from this instead of trying to remember who I picked. So I'll have this just right over here for this one. Let's see. With PK Subban now on the Devils, do you think Severson will get moved? Severson is interesting. I would think they would keep him. I thought Severson would be in the deal to Nashville. I thought that would be a part of the deal there, and that would have made some sense. But no, Davies and Santini. I don't even know anymore. Right now, though, we got 120 amazing people in this stream again. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying your day and enjoying the stream so far. Good to see all come through today. And again, day 2 of the NHL draft. We'll likely see quite a few trades as well. Hopefully, we do. We've already seen it so far, for sure. Do Avs trade Tyson Barrie today? I can see that happening, Dave. He's been rumored to possibly Vancouver, so I can definitely see that happening. Hey, Grav, thoughts on the Marleau trade? How's it going, Hatchet? Good to see you come by the chat, my man. When it comes to the Marleau trade, I think that's a very interesting one because, yes, Toronto does get rid of that contract, but he only had 1 year left, and I don't think it was that big of a deal for them. But they give away the first round pick, and I think Carolina definitely wins that one. They're able to take on that contract, buy it out probably, and get some solid picks back. So I feel like Carolina will definitely win that one in the end. Who do you have 45? 45th overall, let me see. 45th overall, I have Robert Mestre-Simone right there. Who's your favorite team? The Pro Gamers, my favorite team is the Dallas Stars. Second is Tampa, and third is Vegas. Let's see. Metro Division going to be very interesting next year. Going to be worried about my Blue Jackets with other teams getting stronger, and that's important. We're losing important phases. Honestly, Columbus might be in big trouble. There could be, New Jersey and New York could be two risers next year, and that's the thing, because with Columbus, they lost a lot of pieces, and I think that will be their downfall. Jet goaltending, I still don't really have too much faith in that. I think they'll be decent, but I don't know if they'll be a playoff team, to be honest. What are your thoughts on Holmstrom going to the Islanders? I hate it. If you're an Islanders fan, I don't think you should hate it. Simon Holmstrom is a pretty underrated prospect in this draft. I don't have him at near 23, but he's the type of prospect that you take a risk on. Very solid overall ability, has some very underrated skill, and in the Super Elite League showed a lot of that. I think I don't know if he's more of a top 23 pick, but I think he will be a solid player for sure. Definitely top 6 for the New York Islanders. Good day to you, Gurko. How's it going, my man? Good to see you come by, and again, good day to all y'all. Right now, it's good afternoon for me. It is just shining right there. It's been beautiful. Though I am spending it doing the second round for the 5th round for my YouTube channel, because that's the best way to do it, honestly. That's the best way to do it. Please, Tony Hawk to Dallas. Oh my gosh, yes, please. I would love that. Dallas doesn't have their 2nd or 3rd round picks, so if he could slip to the 4th round, I would definitely like that, not gonna lie. But right now, we got 145 amazing people. Right now, 4 likes away from 40 boys. Let's get that done. Let's go. Podkolzin to Vancouver. Yes, Rio dead. They did end up taking Podkolzin with the 10th overall pick. It's interesting. I think if any team can develop Podkolzin into what he needs to be, it can be Vancouver. They have a lot of track records with getting European guys to their max potential. So I feel like if there's a team to take a risk on it, it might as well be Vancouver at that point. Though passing on Caufield is not the greatest in my opinion. Thoughts on Alvin Greavy? Dogs baseball and hockey. I feel like he's a very interesting prospect. A player that I thought Boston was going to take. He compared himself to Brad Marchand, which I still think Boston likes quite a bit, but when it comes to Greavy, I think he's a very solid, feisty player with a lot of energy for sure. Elias Lindholm, just subscribe. Thanks so much, my man. Get the wink and the kiss gift. I don't think you're the Calgary player, but either way, you're an absolute beauty, my man. Your thoughts on the Subban trade? Honestly, it's insane. New Jersey just robbed David Poile and Nashville. I don't think we've seen anything more. So the Predators didn't retain any of that contract right there. So Pure LeBrun says, obviously this clears the way for Nashville to presumably make an offer to UFA star center Matt Duchene. UFA speaking period opens Sunday. So, that makes sense. Nashville, again, wants to get some more cap space. Matt Duchene will make sense, to be honest, if they do go that route. Opinions on Alex Newhook. I think I found my new favorite player, and I say Avs struck gold with him, along with Byram. What a day they had yesterday. I'm a big fan of Alex Newhook for sure. He should have been picked in the top 15 100%, but due to some other guys dropping as well, he kind of went there. I feel like for Colorado, they'll get an excellent second-line center for the future. Behind Evan McKinnon, that is going to be nasty, man. Will there be any Danish players getting drafted? So the best Danish player this year, Nicholas, is Mads Søgaard. He is a goaltender. I think the second best goaltender in this draft. He'll likely go probably in the 3rd to 4th round. I see that probably as where he ends up going. Let's see. Nice Habs hat, Grav. I agree. Let's see. Thoughts on Seider going 6? I don't think he should have gone top 6. I'm very happy for him, though. Again, a German-born defenseman. I don't think we haven't seen a German prospect go that high since Leon Draisaitl. And when it comes to Moritz Seider, I don't feel like he'll have top 6 potential in a draft, but I think he'll be a very solid player for Detroit. And obviously, Yzerman likes him quite a bit, so I'm going to trust Yzerman, at least for right now. We'll see if that continues, though. Nashville could get Arthur Kaliyev because they have the 34th. So Nashville got the 34th overall pick. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Thoughts on the Subban trade? Honestly, New Jersey just got the steal of the draft. Besides Cole Caufield to Montreal, Nashville just got plain robbed. They just got plain robbed. You might as well just trade Kyle Turris. You're going to get a cap dump, but they go for that, I guess, which is a bold move, not going to lie. I'm a Wings fan. I'm pissed about Seider. The thing is, I think Seider will be a good Detroit Red Wing, but you're passing up on guys like Cole Caufield, Zegras, Cozens, Krebs, It's just a talent level that they had. I mean, if they were to get Seider, I think they could have dropped down to like top 10 or maybe to like the Philadelphia pick. Since Philadelphia obviously wanted to trade that pick, I don't know. I feel like Seider could have been a guy you got at like number 11 or something. But it's a bold risk to take him at number 6. But I'm still hopeful for Detroit that it does end up happening, or at least does end up working out. But again, for today's live stream, we're likely to be seeing a lot more trades as well. We saw the Patrick Marleau and the PK Subban trade happening before the draft starts. Right now, we're about 6 minutes away from the second round of the draft starting up. So again, let's get hyped, boys. If you're as hyped for the NHL draft and potential trades that we could see today as well, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely is appreciated. Armin Gagne just subscribed. Thanks so much, my man. Get this very Kapanen Wink. And the kid Skiff. Welcome to the squad, my man. Lavoie drafted to what team? Honestly, if I'm gonna make a prediction for Lavoie, I'd probably say he goes to Ottawa, number 32. I feel like that's a connection right there that Ottawa might want. I feel like there is a connection, though, there for them. But right now, again, we're trying to get to 6.7K subscribers. Right now, we're 20 subscribers away. Almost there, boys. Let's get that going. Let's go. Let's see. Heard Caufield dropping because of his skating and slightly weak for such a smaller player. Thoughts on that? I feel like with Caufield, it's not his strength skating-wise. By the way, let me quickly put this on the put the link on Twitter. But yeah, when it comes to Caufield, honestly, like I don't think the skating is a strength for him necessarily. But I feel like when it comes to Caufield, that shouldn't be something you hold against him. He can definitely improve on that. Yes, it's not amazing. You'd like to see it a little bit better for a smaller player, but I think it's good enough for a strong foundation to be there. Live 2019 NHL Draft rounds to stream. There we go. Now it's up on the Twitter. Now we are good to go. But yeah, when it comes to Caufield again, for you to put him down to number, he shouldn't be down to he shouldn't be down to what was it, 15 because of his skating. I think that's a lousy excuse for him. The skating I think is fine. It's not great. I think it's decent, but again, that's just to put him 15 because of his skating. I just don't agree with that whatsoever. Let's see. Let's go, Habs. Good luck to all NHL teams. Armin, that is good to see. I mean, I'm not a Habs fan by any means, but I'm rocking the Habs hat right here. Good luck to your Habs, and especially to Cole Caufield, my man. France, how's it going? Good to see you in the chat, my brother. Only devil's question is goaltending. Honestly, the goaltending will be interesting next season. If Schneider is healthy, I think he can be better, but Blackwood is kind of interesting too. I just feel like the goaltending, and it might not be good enough, but we might see some more trades in the future. Let's see. Yasmin said he tried to move down, but nothing worked. But, like, filled up... What? But they already traded... Wait, did Kasperi Kapanen... Oh, Kasperi Kapanen signed! Okay, so Bob McKenzie ends up saying that Kasperi Kapanen has signed, boys. So, Bob McKenzie says, Toronto, more or less, has an agreement in place with Kasperi Kapanen on an extension. Not expected to be formalized until Toronto Cap Marner situation clarified. It will be a 3-year deal and an AAV at 3.2 or 3.4 range. Holy crap, Dubis! What? That is amazing, man. A 3-year deal for Kapanen? I didn't think he would get that many years. But yeah, I'll show you guys here. It is legit. It is good. You can see it there. Toronto, more or less, if the camera wants to zoom in, that'd be great. There you go. Toronto, more or less, has an agreement in place with Kasperi Kapanen. 3.2 to 3.4 range, man. That is insane, man. What? The second round of the draft hasn't even started, and we're doing all of this crap. Zach, how's it going, my man? Good to see you in here. Same thing as Hot Take Hockey. Good to see all your beauties right now. Bridge deal. Yeah, I mean, 3 years, I would definitely take that for Kapanen. I thought if it was 3 years, it would have been a little bit more than that, but 3.4 or 3.2, I'll definitely take that for Kasperi Kapanen. He is worth that now, and he has potential to get better as well. Let's see, not a bad bridge deal. Yeah, honestly, I like that quite a bit. It's when it comes to that whole Marner situation, they're obviously waiting for that to get done, but that is a huge one. Now I'm just gonna keep my phone like right on my lap just in case, because apparently there's been a lot of stuff happening right now. Right now, though, we're 1 like away from 50, boys. Let's get that done. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do so, boys. Right now, 2 minutes away from the NHL draft, second round starting again. There should be a lot of other news happening throughout the day. So much has already happened. Marleau, PK Subban, and now we have Kasperi Kapanen, so it should be a fun-filled day as well. How you feel about it, Subban? Honestly, New Jersey gets a steal for sure. That is an amazing, amazing deal for them, and should be just a steal looking back on it. Johansson is probably gone, or Johnson is probably gone though. I feel like with Johnson, I feel like they'll. I don't know. I don't think Johnson will command as much of an AAV as Kapanen, obviously. By the way, Kapanen gets the deal. The Kasperi Kapanen kiss giver right there. I like it. But yeah, when it comes to Johnson, I don't know if he'll be gone, but I feel like those contract negotiations will probably go a little bit farther than people are expecting. The deal is solid for the Leafs. Again, Matt, I think so too. So Beer LeBrun also tweets that Leafs tried on Subban, but no way they would ever take it, or would have ever taken on the full contract for obvious reasons. They would have wanted to pay, or wanted him as a $6 million player, I think, was important to Nashville to shed the entire deal. So that makes sense. With Nashville, again, they want to get rid of that contract, so not retaining on anything, I think, was a big thing for them. And Toronto, obviously, with the same cap issues, that does make sense, to be honest. Where are you watching the draft? Adam, I live in Dallas, Texas. I'm watching this in my living room, so watching this with you guys. Good to see you all come through right now. Are you expecting a lot of trades? We've already seen so many, Baylor, or 2 already before the draft has even started. So yes, I feel like we will see them for sure. But right now, 246 amazing people in this stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. 64 likes. Let's get that to 70, boys. No problem. Easy money right there. Who do you think is the best Swedish player in this draft? I think it will be Victor Soderstrom. Looking back on it, I think he's just one of the best. I think he's honestly the second best defenseman in this draft. Just amazing two-way ability, solid offensive upside, and then the guy just has so much maturity already at such a young age, playing so well in the SHL. I feel like he'll be the best Swedish guy, though. Guys like Nils Höglander will be solid too. Samuel Vegamo, which hasn't been drafted yet. Dubas has been 2 for 2 already. He's learning from his mistakes. Honestly, he's getting it done. Okay, so Elliot Freeman ended up tweeting something, but it's not important. That scared me for a second. What channel is the draft on? So the second round for the 5th round is on NHL Network in the U.S. I don't know if it's on Sportsnet or TSN in Canada. I feel like today's going to be trade heavy. Matt, it has already been insane. It's been absolutely crazy. I'm honestly, we're setting up for an amazing trade-filled day. Puljujarvi will be traded today. I can see that happening, Master. Honestly, he could be a guy that ends up getting shipped off for sure. Shift his eye. What is your thoughts on the Canucks taking Podkolzin? I think it's a decent pick, for sure. I feel like if there's any team to develop Vancouver, or if there's any team to really develop Podkolzin into what he should be, I think that is Vancouver. They have a great track record of developing Europeans, and I feel like that will also go their way. And Podkolzin, if you do develop him right, will be scary in the future. My guess is that the Oilers go all in to draft Kaliyev. I think, let me quickly load up. Let me see the draft. The order for round 2 real quick. So I need to see here. Okay, draft order for rounds 2 through 7. I need to see who has those picks. So Ottawa has the 32nd pick, LA has 33, New Jersey, now Nashville gets the 34th pick, Detroit number 35, Carolina at number 36, Carolina number 37, Edmonton number 38, Anaheim at number 39, and Vancouver at number 40. So that's the top 8 picks for the second round in this year's draft. So we'll see what happens, though. What happened with PK? PK was traded to the New Jersey Devils for Steven Santini, what's his name, Davies, and 2 second-round picks. So, honestly, it's a steal. If you're thinking that's kind of a crazy trade, it is, because it's an absolute steal for the New Jersey Devils. I see rumors of Edmonton and Chicago doing an Amisimov and a 3rd for Puljujarvi trade. If that happens, Stan Bowman's looking like a genius. Like, holy crap, that would be awesome for them. Let's see. Arthur Kaliyev to Nashville. Honestly, at number 34, I could see that happening. I don't know why they didn't pick him at number 24 when they had the chance to draft him then, but I guess, sure. I guess, why not? Oh my gosh, Subban is gone. Yes, Kirkpatrick, Subban is a New Jersey Devil, which is just insane. Right now, 288 amazing people in this stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so. The second round of the NHL draft is officially on now. I don't know if we'll be on the clock right now, but we are getting into it, boys. The second round is upon us. Let's see. Uh-oh. Was there more stuff? I don't know what you're linking, friends, but now I gotta see it. Wouldn't be surprised the Canucks have a trade coming shortly. At Batch Hockey. I mean, Batch Hockey, he's the play-by-play for the Canucks too, so looks like the Canucks might be making a trade right now, which is interesting. They got the phones on the clock. Every team is down there on the podiums now, so they're active. They're active right now. I still can't believe we got Subban, Ray Shiro as a trade master, and we still have $27 million in cap space. Honestly, that trade for New Jersey is an absolute steal. Like, that is insane for them. Why is this all happening within an hour? I don't know. Why can't we see this in the first round? I don't know. Either way, these first few rounds, these second through fifth round, I think will be amazing trade-wise. I think we'll see a lot of action for sure. Right now, we got 72 likes. Let's get that to 75, boys. Let's get that done. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do so, boys. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And, of course, we're on the road to 6.7K subscribers. So join the sub squad if you haven't, of course, especially if you're new, for great hockey content, stream and video-wise, just like this every single day on this channel is a great value. I'm not going to lie. What channel is it on? It's on NHL Network in USA. I'm not sure where it is in Canada, though. I'd assume Sportsnet or something. Let's see. The book on Kaliyev is troublesome basic skating mechanics. I don't think he has bad skating, though, Nick. I don't think he does. I think he has average skating, but that shouldn't be what holds him back. I've seen some people complain about these skating, but I just don't see that as the thing that should put him down. I mean, yeah, I think like a lack of effort is a bigger complaint for him. I just don't really see the skating issues for him. But yes, it is official. The New Jersey Devils have acquired PK Subban from the Nashville Predators, which is insane, man. Absolutely insane. Same Major, just subscribe. Thanks so much, my man. Absolute beauty right there. They get the spirit cap and a wink. And the kiss, Skip. Welcome to the sub squad, my man. Let's see. Devils won by far. Honestly, that trade is looking amazing for New Jersey. Absolutely amazing. Does the Subban trade look more even if Nashville gets someone like Kaliyev at number 34? I mean, they'll have some decent players to pick at number 34, I think. I think they'll have some decent options, but still, I think trading PK Subban is a little bit rough, in my opinion. Montreal Canadiens will draft a lot of defense players today. Gale, I think they have 3 first-round picks, so they'll have a lot of different options for sure. Hey, Grav, the Blues still play the way they did in the playoffs. Where do you think they place in the league next season? I honestly see them taking a little bit of a step back, maybe third or second in the Central Division. I think Minnesota or Habs are doing a trade. I can see that happening, Michael. I can see that happening. We haven't seen anything else yet as I'm saying this. Yeah, no other trades yet. We saw the Patrick Marleau deal and the PK Subban deal, but no other trades, at least not yet right now. Can I watch the draft free somewhere? You might be able to find something on Reddit, but so when it comes to watching it free, this is probably the best you're going to get. Unfortunately, I cannot show the actual thing. They said that the second round would start right now. We haven't gotten to any of the picks yet, so nobody's on the clock quite yet, but we'll see what ends up happening. Again, there has been a lot of trade talks recently, so we'll see what ends up happening. Guys, who's next on the move? I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Nashville continues to make moves. Maybe a guy like Kyle Turris again. I think they should trade is a guy that they could. I feel like though we'll see a lot of different trades. Vancouver, I think, wants to make a splash as well. We'll see though. What are you watching it on? I'm watching it on NHL Network right now. But right now we got 310 amazing people in this stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. Right now, 85 likes. You guys have been killing it so far. Let's get to 100, boys. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Grav, I was in yesterday's stream. Yes, you were, Massimo. Absolute beauty right there. What's the Patrick Marleau trade? So Patrick Marleau goes to Carolina. They will buy him out, and he goes UFA. In exchange, Carolina goes back, and Toronto also gives them a 2020 first conditional pick, and I think it's like a 6th-round pick in 2020. And Toronto receives like a 6th-round pick in this year's draft, I think. Now, yeah, again, friends, let me know. I'm going to keep opening those links. Let's see. Vancouver spot at San Jose's draft table. Interesting. Goldobin back to San Jose. Oh, not just done yet. Vancouver working on a deal to get JT Miller. Working on a deal to get JT Miller from Tampa Bay. Draft picks likely to go the other way. JT Miller is a Vancouver Canuck. Oh, man. This is official. Bob McKenzie just broke this. The man, the myth, the legend. If it would load, please. There you go. Not done just yet. But JT Miller to the Vancouver Canucks. Okay. I guess. I don't know what Vancouver's doing there. That's interesting. Like Tampa Bay getting that contract on the books. I think so. getting that contract off the books, I think, means Brayden Point is 100% signed. That is a great trade for Tampa Bay. That contract was a little bit rough in my opinion. I don't think giving it out in the first place was a great deal. He wasn't amazing with Tampa, but Vancouver, who has cap space, could definitely use a guy like that. And on the power play, he can be pretty solid. For Tampa, though, getting that, I think it was like $5 million off the books is huge, though. And now I think Brayden Point is pretty much confirmed as a Tampa Bay Lightning. Chill out, buddy. It's just a trade. Well, trades are the best thing on earth, so I don't know. Trades are pretty freaking awesome. I'm not sure about you, though. Well, Montreal trade today. I could see them making trades. We saw Shane Gostisbehere possibly getting thrown around in the rumors. I could see him going to Montreal for sure. If that ends up being a connection, I could see that happening. I keep hearing Anisimov for Scott Layton. That would be interesting one. Do you have Instagram? Yes, I do. At Grav_hockey. The cap friendly Marleau is already bought out. So yeah, Gabby, he's pretty much been confirmed to be bought out. Right now, got 314 amazing people in this stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. Again, we're on the road to 6.7K subscribers. Let's hit that in this stream. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Rangers making a trade, you think? I would think so. So David Poile did release a statement. Let me quickly load that up. Twitter's being dumb right now, because of course it is. Stop being dumb, Twitter. Stop being bad, or else I will destroy you. So David Poile said, we had to make a business decision with an aim at strengthening our forward corps this offseason and the continued strength of our defensive corps, or a defensive group. We felt it was necessary to clear up salary cap space this way. But you traded PK Subban and not Kyle Turris. I don't know what that was for, man. Why? Let's see. I heard that Sanford could be watching or moved, but don't doubt Blues do anything earth-shadowing. I mean, Sanford, I don't know. Like, Sanford is a little bit... It could be, I feel like could be traded, but I don't know. Like, it would be probably a smaller deal, I would say. This is cringe. Sad, Caleb. Sad. I hear Marleau is going to be going to the Sharks for cheap. Don't know how true that is, but we'll love to see him go back there, to be honest. He's been linked to San Jose for the last couple of weeks with that Toronto deal. We would have thought that Toronto maybe gets him traded Toronto trades him to San Jose, but looks like he might be going back in free agency, which does make sense. Letang being traded. Letang has been floated in the rumors quite a bit too. I don't think Pittsburgh should trade him in any world whatsoever, but that might end up happening. Right now, 290 amazing people in this stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. And again, to anyone that's coming by this stream, I appreciate y'all. Hopefully, again, you're enjoying your day and enjoying the draft so far. We haven't seen any of, it looks like we're not on the clock yet. Hopefully we end up starting this sometime soon. That'd be great. Patrick Lyon's going to Montreal. Sure. Cup prediction, Jorgen. I had the Tampa Bay Lightning win the Cup next season. I see that as the kind of team that could bounce back for sure. PK's New Jersey Devil. Can you make a video about it, dude? I will likely do that after this stream, 5 Gum. That'll likely happen. Do you think the Blackhawks will make a trade? Honestly, Blackhawks are kind of cap strapped right now, so I would assume that they do make a couple of moves. And Anisimov seems like the guy that will be the guy to do it. What a huge hour! It's been insane. Like we still don't know the details on the PK or on the JT Miller trade right now. We'll see what happens. Honestly, it's been insane so far, 100%. Are the Rangers going to be better than the Canadiens? What moves have they made? What are your predictions? Honestly, I see the Canadiens making the playoffs next season, but the Rangers being competitive at least. I would say the Canadiens will be the better team next season for sure. Dubas trade Matthews. No! Never. Imagine he makes the NHL 20 cover and Cal Dubas is just like, nope, get out of here. When the second round starts, Laura, it's probably going to start in the next few minutes, I would assume. Again, they said it would start like 10 minutes ago, so I'm hoping it actually starts. My gosh, that'd be good. When does Ottawa pick? Ottawa picks with the 32nd pick, so they'll have the first pick in the second round. Let's see. Give some thoughts on this. Leafs have so many young forwards to trade for defensemen. Who do you think they can trade for who? And if Marner signs, how much is he getting? I think if Marner signs, it's probably going to be for like 9.5 or 10 mil, maybe even lower than that. But when it comes to, I don't feel like they'll trade too many of their young forwards. Maybe Janssen gets shipped out, but when it comes to Toronto's defensive problem, I think they'll try to fix that from inwards, give guys like Rasmus Sandin and Timothy Liljegren a chance in the NHL. That could work out quite well for them. Let's see. Why don't you show the draft video instead of your little face cam of you in the corner? SK, due to copyright reasons, I cannot. I have that in the description if you read that. But yes, due to copyright, I cannot put the actual screen anywhere on this stream. JT Miller is a beast for Vancouver and traded with Colorado for Barrie. Wait a second. What? There's been nothing confirmed to that, Dave. At least not yet, from what I've seen. Bet the Canadians alive in the Rangers' back pocket, but how can you say that? But, like, the Canadians were, like, a couple of points away from the playoffs. They made some strong moves, I think, so far in this season. I think they'll be pretty good next season, not going to lie. They're getting better with all their young cores, and there should be a lot of great prospects for them coming up, too. Let's see. Do you think Kadri gets moved, send him for Montreal for Mete? Honestly, Kadri could be a guy moved out. We saw Toronto maybe getting out. I think if they couldn't get out Marleau, they would 100% trade Kadri. I still think they might trade Kadri with Marleau gone, though I think it's a little bit less likely at this point. Where can you watch this draft? You can watch it on NHL Network, and I would assume on the Canadian side of things, probably like Sportsnet or something. Let's see. When does Tampa Bay pick? Let me see. Let me just real quick. I don't know. Do they have a second round pick? Do they have a second round pick? No, they don't. So the New York Rangers have their second round pick, which would have been 58th. I think in the third round, do they have a pick in the third round? Yes, Tampa has the 89th pick. So I don't think Tampa has a second rounder though. Yeah, Tampa's getting already without those picks. But right now, we are 7 subscribers away from 6.7K, boys. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you do so, boys. We're almost there. And of course, if you haven't hit that like button too, make sure you do so. We're at 100 likes already. Holy freaking crap. You guys have been insane. How do you feel about the Anaheim Ducks? Tuber, honestly, I'm liking them a lot more. Buying out Corey Perry was a great move for them, I think. I already like a decent chunk of their players. Guys like Raquel are my bays. But yeah, they had a pretty solid draft, I would say. I'm getting a guy like Trevor Zegras I'm a pretty big fan of for sure. Any Canucks fans here? I think there will be. Let's see. Does Chicago pick in the second round? I think they do. Let me check. I think they do early. Let me check. So Chicago has the 45th or the 43rd pick in the second round. So Bill Daly is going up to the second round. We are officially underway, boys. Datsuk fan, thanks so much for subscribing. Kasperi Kapanen, wink. And the Kiss Gift, newly extended Kasperi Kapanen. Welcome to the sub squad. We're about to get in the second round, boys. If you're as hyped for the second round as me, make sure hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Vid per day, just subscribe. Thanks so much, man. Kasperi Kapanen, wink. And the Kiss Gift. Welcome to the squad. This could be a season where the Habs make big moves. Honestly, Canadians can make a lot of different ones. I think they'll strengthen a lot of their defensive core. Lil Nipsu just subscribed. I like that name. Just subscribe. Get the Kasperi Kapanen, wink. And the Kiss Gift, my man. Welcome to the sub squad. Do you have more thoughts on Moritz Seider? Honestly, at number 6, Eric, I think he'll be good for Detroit. Probably a top 2 defenseman in their future, but having him at number 6, I think is a little bit of a reach. I personally wouldn't take him in the top 10, though. I can see where Detroit comes from with that potential pick. I'm not really going to doubt Steve Yzerman, though. The guy is an absolute madman. But in a good way. He's kind of crazy, but still a genius in the same time. Let's see. Tyson Swan just subscribed. Thanks so much, my man. Kasperi Kapanen, wink. And the Kiss Gift. Welcome to the sub squad, my man. Where will Samuel Vegamo go? PK Subban, you're recently traded, by the way. But yeah, when it comes to Vegamo, I think he should go in the second round, though I probably see him going around the 45 to 60 range. Thomas Raya just subscribed. Thanks so much, Tomas. Get the Kasperi Kapanen, wink. And the Kiss Gift. Welcome to the sub squad, my man. What do you think about Seattle's getting a team? Honestly, Jenny, I'm very happy for them. Seattle will likely be a pretty great hockey city. I see that happening. But yes, the Ottawa Senators have the 32nd pick, so we'll see what they do. I don't know if they're on the clock yet. Kopala63 just subscribed. Thanks so much, Kopala. Get the Kasperi Kapanen, wink. And the Kiss Gift. Welcome to the sub squad, my man. But yeah, we're about to start, it looks like. The Ottawa Senators are on the clock here. They're on the clock. Sounds like the salary cap announcement delayed until tonight or even Sunday. Understandably, a lot of the NHLPA to weigh internally. So we'll see what the cap is probably. Oh, so they pick. Who is that? Can NHL Network please show who that is? I have no idea who this is. Okay, so, Ottawa ends up picking Shane Pinto with the 32nd overall pick. That's not bad. Shane Pinto is a pretty underrated prospect, had a pretty solid year in the USHL. He's a pretty offensively gifted guy, and I feel like if he can develop his skills well, that could be a pretty solid pick for Ottawa. I don't think he'll be amazing, but that's a decent pick. I don't think it's great, but you have some more valuable guys. But at number 33 next, who has the 33rd pick? 33rd pick goes to Los Angeles, so LA will get a lot of different options right here, boys. But Shane Pinto goes to the Ottawa Senators, number 32. I think that's a solid pick. Decent pick for them. Draft Steele, seen him in the USHL. He's really good. Honestly, I would say so. Oh, wait. So the LA Kings officially take Arber Kaliyev, right? Yes, so LA does take Arthur Kaliyev with the 33rd overall pick. Finally, man. Finally, he's my 11th best prospect. LA gets an absolute steal here on top of Alex Turcotte, Tobias Bjornfot, and on top of that, now you have Kaliyev. That is amazing for them. He's exactly what LA needs, a guy that can have a lot of scoring. And you get Turcotte with Kaliyev, that will be disgusting for LA for a long time. Now the Nashville Predators are on the clock with a 34th overall pick in that PK Subban deal. Yeah, this is going a lot faster than I thought it was going to be honest. They go rapid fire of this, basically. Yeah, so the Kings take Kaliyev. Do you hate the Blues? I don't hate the Blues, though I rooted for them in the Stanley Cup final against Boston. Right now, though, we have a 301 amazing people in this stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. On the road to 6.7K. Let's get that done. So let's see. The Canucks are taking on the full weight of JT Miller's contract, which has 4 more years at $5.2 or $5.25 million. That's a key cap hit for cap trouble Tampa, obviously. The Canucks get a real good player, though. So, yeah, so they get all of that salary. Vancouver takes all that on. So now the Nashville Predators are on the clock. JT Miller traded to Vancouver, too. Yeah, big trade there, too. Vancouver, that's a very solid ad for them, too. That's a guy that has a lot of playoff experience that he can use there. Nashville take Lavoie. I can see that as a potential fit, right? At number 34, that wouldn't be too bad. Could you call the players Canadians picks once they pick 46 and pick 50? I'll let you know when they do end up picking, man. Jeff Eslet just subscribed. Thanks so much, Jeff. Kisperi, Captain Wink, and the Kiss Skiff. Welcome to the sub squad, my man. And honestly, though, like, Nashville has the chance of Bobby Brink. I would personally take that. Right now, we're at 6,715 subscribers. You guys have been killing it so far. Let me quickly now change this. to 6.8K. That would be crazy if we could get that in this stream, boys. Oh, wait, a trade? Philadelphia's up there. Oh, they traded the pick. Nashville traded the 34th overall pick to the Philadelphia Flyers, it looks like. Wait a second. I'm confused now. It looks like we have a trade, though, for the 34th overall pick between the Nashville Predators and the Philadelphia Flyers here. Another trade happening. What is this? Can somebody tweet about this, please? That'd be great. Now that's Cliff Fletcher kind of looking a little bit sassy right there. I think they made a trade. Looks like it was for the 34th overall pick. Let's see. Philadelphia has the pick. Yes, they do. They get the 34th overall pick. Yeah, so Philadelphia is now on the clock. Let's see what the trade details are here. And they do end okay, so they do end up taking is that Bobby Brink? Yeah, say they do end up taking Bobby Brink. Philadelphia with an amazing pick there at number 34. They trade for that 34th overall pick and get Bobby Brink. Fantastic selection for them right there. Should be fantastic in Philadelphia. A pretty solid fit there too, I think, for sure. He'll be great, though, in Philadelphia, for sure. 34th overall for the 44th and the 45th pick. Okay, that's good. Okay, good. Let me know, Rios. That's for sure. That's an interesting pick, though. I feel like to get Bobby Brink, though, that's very valuable. You get a guy that has so much offensive potential, has a great shot, and again, while his skating is a little bit of weakness, if he rounds that out, he'll be a dangerous top 6 forward in the future, and you get him at number 34, that is amazing for them. Thoughts on Devils getting PK? Kevin Weeks, honestly, that's an amazing deal for the New Jersey Devils. Didn't really have to give up too much either. That's going to be great for them. But now the Detroit Red Wings and number 35 are on the clock right here, making Lidstrom proud. Can you recap the second round so far? So 32 was Shane Pinto to the Ottawa Senators, 33 was Arthur Kaliyev, and 34 was the Flyers to Bobby Brink. And now the Detroit Red Wings are on the clock at 35. Right now, 306 amazing people in this stream, 2 likes away from 120 as well. Let's get that done, boys. Let's go. Detroit should take Lavoie. I mean, yeah, since what's his name? Since you have Kaliyev and Brink off the board early in the second round. Ooh, they take Antti Tuomisto. Interesting. I like that pick. Tuomisto is a pretty solid prospect, defensive prospect. He had a decent, I'm pretty sure he's in the SM Liga this season. He's a pretty interesting prospect. I wouldn't take him in the second round, but I can see where you have the potential there. Again, he's the type of guy that if you develop him right, could be good. In the junior Finnish league, he played 45 games, getting 9 goals and 26 assists. Decent stats, but he has a lot of room to grow. A little bit of a project, but a defensive prospect that makes sense for Detroit. Right now, the Carolina Hurricanes are on the clock with the 36th pick, so they go next. Now, I'm going to look at my rankings real quick here, because I don't think there's been anyone big that's still dropped. You got guys, for me, like Nicholas Robertson still available. You have Nathan Legare still available. Pavel Dorofeev available. You got Jamison Reese still available. Samuel Vegamo. There are some solid options for Carolina, especially. They have 2 back-to-back picks, so we'll see what they do at 36 and 37. Kaliyev where? Kaliyev went 233 to the LA Kings at number 33 overall. What picks did Nashville get? They end up getting the 44th and the 45th pick, if I do believe. So they go for a quantity over quality. Let's see. No Kapanen deal yet. The Kapanen deal hasn't been confirmed, at least not yet. He's definitely a third-round pick, but okay. Honestly, like, I would pick him in the third round. It's a little bit of a reach, I would think, but he has potential, I think. What's your prediction for the Panthers in the second round? Who will they pick? I think they'll go for a defenseman if possible. There are some solid options. If a guy like Matthew Robertson is available for them at that spot, I think they go for that. There are some other decent defensemen there too. Burnfoot is obviously gone. Thompson's gone. Maybe a Marshall Warren could be a guy they go after. Jaden Barker just subscribes. Thanks so much, Jaden. You get Xperi Captain Wink. And the Kiss Skiff. Welcome to the Sub Squad, my man. Hurricanes have good management. They'll take Lavoie, just trust me. But that means they have bad management because Lavoie is not that good. Do not at me. Do not at me right there. Alex, by the way, I met Kovalchuk today. That is awesome, man. If you actually have met Kovalchuk, Alex, that is amazing. Good for you, my man. NJD 314, PK Subban traded to the Devils. Yes, he was. Big deal and a great deal for New Jersey. Ahmed Zoel just subscribed. Thanks so much, Ahmed. You get the Conspiracy Gavin Wink and the Kiss Gift. Welcome to the Sub Squad, my man. Hypothetical, Nashville is trying to save money for a PKer, Lime, and Duchesne opinion. Honestly, Duchesne has been linked to Nashville for the last couple of weeks, so I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up happening. But the Carolina Hurricanes are on the clock. They're taking a long time to announce this pick, so I don't know if we'll see a trade here. Maybe, possibly. Do you think the Blackhawks will make a trade? Yeah, I think so. For a couple of depth guys. I see Anisimov probably being the guy they end up trading. Right now, though, we got 338 amazing people in this stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so on the road to 6.8K subscribers. So make sure to join the squad. The Carolina Hurricanes do end up making a pick, and I think that is Lavoie, right? Oh, okay. Pyotr Kochetkov. I've been dreading saying that name, Pyotr Kochetkov. He's a goaltending prospect, which is pretty interesting for Carolina. Very interesting. He's a guy that has a lot of high-end potential. He's a little bit older, but I think he's pretty young. He was the Russian goaltender in the U18s for Russia, but he has a lot of potential, I think, to become a solid offensive or a solid goaltender, I think. But yeah, from what I've seen from Kochetkov, again, he had an amazing World Juniors. So I think the potential of him is pretty good. With Carolina, though, I would have personally taken a lot of different guys ahead of Pyotr, or I would have taken a lot of guys ahead of Pyotr. But it's the kind of risk that Carolina kind of needs to take. Tyson Cole, thanks so much for subscribing to get the Xperi Captain Wink. And the Kiss Gift. Welcome to the Sub Squad, my man. What's your opinions on the Russian forwards that are available for my Panthers? There's some good ones. Nikita Alexandrov is a very solid one. You also got Ilya Nikolaev, who would also be a pretty solid pick. Let me see. Where does Florida pick in the second round? Florida ends up picking... They end up picking 52nd from Pittsburgh. Okay. I mean, guys like Alexander should be available at that point, I think. Let's see. Mr. Marco Boy just subscribed. Thanks so much for that, my man. Conspiracy Captain and Wink and the Kiss Gift. Welcome to the Sub Squad, my man. Rumors say Marno is going to Ottawa. Just kidding. Sad. Who do you think the Blues will draft? The Blues, I think a solid pick for them. A solid pick for them, I think, is a guy like Patras Pistola, a guy who probably should have gone in the top 40. We'll see if that ends up happening. But right now, Carolina has the pick again at number 37. They have the 36 at the 37 pick, so we'll see what they do here. Let's see. When does Montreal pick? Let me check real quick. Montreal, their first pick in the second round is at 46th overall, so they get that pick right there. Let's see. Right now, though, we got 333 amazing people in this stream. Again, hopefully you guys are enjoying your day, enjoying this stream so far. Good to see all y'all come through tonight. Again, right now we're at pick 37, so we're just getting started with the NHL second round. We'll get that going. Of course, if you haven't already, make sure hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button for more hockey content just like this every single day, boys. Who do you think the Leafs will draft in the second round? Yeah, so they have the 53rd overall pick. The Leafs, I think, will go for a defenseman if they can get that type of guy. Missing out on PK Subban, and I think that's a big reason why. So yeah, Toronto does go at number 53. I can see a guy potentially, if he ends up dropping, again, like a guy like Marshall or Warren. I don't know if Matthew Robertson will be available for them, though that could end up working out. You've got some other solid guys, like, obviously, Vladislav Kaliyev, who probably should have gone a little bit higher, I would assume. There's other guys, again, that they could end up drafting. Guys like Dominic Fensor, I would like. Kaapo Kakko and potentially Ken Korzak. There's still some solid options defensively, though, for sure. Let's see. Opinions on the PK Subban trade? Yeah, boy, Peyton, good to see you come by. But yes, I think New Jersey wins that trade hands down. Amazing, amazing trade for them. Thoughts on the Rangers rebuild? I'll probably be making a video about that in the next couple of weeks. The Rangers rebuild is absolutely insane, man. They're absolutely killing it right now. What do you think Lavoie will go? So the next picks are Carolina, Edmonton, Anaheim, and Vancouver. I can see Edmonton as a fit for Lavoie right now, for sure. But Lavoie is a big dropper, which I kind of agree with. I'm not. Oh, trade! We have a trade to announce, boys. We have a trade to announce. Looks like Carolina picked or trades their 37th overall pick. So let's get another trade here, boys. Another trade. Looks like it's between the Ottawa Senators. So the Ottawa Senators are moving to the 37th spot. The 37th spot, they're moving to the Ottawa Senators and getting it. Ben Eberle, I like the Wings jersey. Thanks so much. Good old Nicholas Lidstrom jersey. You can't go wrong, can you? You can't go wrong. But we now have a trade to announce. The Ottawa Senators acquire the 37th overall pick from the Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina, for some reason, not being too content on the guys that they have available, though they probably should because there's some amazing options still there. But we'll see. Though Ottawa with the 37th pick now, they are on the clock. Let's see. Honestly, Ottawa could draft Lavoie. They're making their pick right there. Let's see. Who did they end up picking? They had the 37th overall pick. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Lavoie, to be honest. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Okay. They end up picking Mads Zugaard, the Danish goaltender, at number 37. Some goaltenders going pretty high in this draft. That is interesting. Obviously, Ottawa didn't get Spencer Knight, a guy I think they were looking at. But Mads Zugaard goes to the Ottawa Senators, number 37, man. That's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. He goes a lot higher than I think than I expected, but he has potential to be a pretty solid goaltender. I think he's probably the second best goaltender in this draft, but that's a pretty interesting option for Ottawa. 2 straight goaltenders getting drafted. We'll see if that helps the Ottawa, obviously, but they seem confident in Matt Zugaard. I don't know why they traded for the 37th overall pick, because I think they could have gotten Matt Zugaard, especially in the 3rd round, though they're confident in that pick, and I can see why. Matt Zugaard has some talent, some serious talent, and has a lot of potential with his fantastic frame. So I can see that working out for Ottawa at the 37th pick. It's not my ideal pick for Ottawa, though. Again, they kind of need a goaltending prospect that good, so I can see where they're coming from for sure. Right now, though, 357 amazing people in this stream. 1 like away from 103, boys. If you haven't already hit that like button, make sure you do so, boys. Now Edmonton is on the clock with the 38th overall pick, but Ottawa with that 37th pick right there. Ooh. Okay, so we got some new information on Matt Duchene real quick by Craig Custance. He says, told there won't be any deal between Columbus and Matt Duchene before the UFA speaking period opens Sunday. Fair to say Nashville is the front runner. And that makes sense. Oh, so the Edmonton Oilers do pick Raphael Lavoie. Finally, at number 38, they do end up taking him. I mean, I predicted that. I got it. I'm right. I am right, confirmed. But yeah, when it comes to Edmonton, it doesn't really surprise me that Lavoie ends up going there. For some reason, the NHL Network is saying that he's a center, even though that's like 100% not true, but okay. But yeah, Edmonton picking him, it's not a surprise. He's the type of guy that Edmonton likes, you know, bad prospects. Obviously, I'm not the biggest fan of Lavoie, though at number 38, that is a pretty solid player. Let me quickly check where I had him. So I have Lavoie as the 29th best prospect in this draft. Again, still a lot lower than a lot of other people, but at number 38, that's a pretty solid value pick for Edmonton. And again, if they can develop him right, I think he can be good. JT Miller got traded. Yeah, he got traded from Tampa. Sadly, he goes to Vancouver, which is a decent deal for them. But right now, 4 likes away from 140, boys, to get that done. By the way, with the Anaheim Ducks, who is that? I don't know. Wait, I'm trying to remember. Oh, okay, so they do end up taking Jackson Lecombe, an offensive prospect at age 18. He's a pretty, that's interesting. That's a little bit of a reach. Not even have him. Let me check. So, again, some of you guys know I made my top 75 rankings. Did I even have Lecombe in my top 75? Now we need to check. Yeah, I don't think I had Lecombe in my top 75, but I mean, Anaheim goes for a little bit of a reach, but it could work out well. Again, he was with the Minnesota Prep League, or the high school Prep League, so we'll see if that works out for them. The Vancouver Canucks are on the clock now with the 40th pick. I think that's, for them. That's a little bit of a reach, though, for Anaheim, though he is a little bit of a risk-reward prospect for sure. But yeah, he goes 39th. Now the Vancouver Canucks, the hometown team, have the 40th overall pick. Let's see who they draft here today. There are some solid options still available, for sure. There's been a little bit of reaches, and there's a lot of forwards still available 100%. Right now, you guys have been killing it on this stream. Again, we're on the road to 6.7K subscribers. Let's get that done, boys. And with the 40th overall pick, Nils Höglander is a Vancouver Canuck. Thank you, Vancouver, for being smart. My gosh. It only took a billion years, but Nils Höglander is finally off the board, and Vancouver gets a gigantic steal. He was ranked as my 16th best prospect in the draft, and he goes at 40 to the Vancouver Canucks. An excellent pick there. And again, they have a lot of connection when it comes to Swedish forwards, so I think they'll develop him quite well. But Nils Höglander going to Vancouver, excellent pick for them. Should be fantastic and will be a first-line forward, I think, for them in their future. With him and Pettersson, I want to see that someday. Let's see. Thoughts on the Subban trade I just got here. Hickets, it's an absolute steal for New Jersey. Absolute steal. Simpa Contino, just subscribe. Thanks so much, my man. I probably butchered your name. Sorry for that. But you guys join the sub squad. You get the Spirit Captain Wink and the Kiss Skip. Welcome to the sub squad, my man. Vancouver ends up taking Nils Höglander. Definitely a great pick. I think that'll be undervalued. He'll probably be looked at as a top 20 pick after the draft is said and done. And a guy that a lot of people passed on for some reason. He should be making teams pay once he does get to the NHL. Nashville just gave away Subban for basically nothing. Honestly, it's kind of rough, not going to lie. But now these San Jose Sharks are on the clock. The pick that Philadelphia gave up in the Braun deal, now to San Jose. Let's see. Who do you see the Jets picking at number 51? There are some decent options. I feel like, again, they kind of have a Finnish connection going right now. So Patrick Pistol, if he's available, I think it'll be a good option for them for sure. But right now, we are at 6,728 subscribers. You guys have been absolutely amazing so far on this stream. Let's keep it going, though. 2 subscribers away from 6,730. Let's get that done, boys. Join the sub squad if you haven't. Let's go. That or Vegamo. Vegamo will be good on Winnipeg for sure. Oh, we have a trade to announce. We have another trade to announce. The 45th or the 41st pick for San Jose. Looks like that'll be ending up getting traded here. So we have another trade to announce. So it's with the Vegas Golden Knights. The Vegas Golden Knights are heading up in the draft. They are heading up in the draft to 41st overall. Looks like we got another trade here. Looks like Vegas getting the 41st overall pick here, which I'm a big fan of. Vegas is my second favorite team, so I'm hoping they draft a guy like Pistola. Just get him, please, or Pavel Dorofiev. Andy, thanks so much for subscribing to get the Spirit Captain Wink and the Kiss Skiff. Welcome to the sub squad, my man. Where did Lavoie go? Lavoie went 38th overall to the Edmonton Oilers. But now the Vegas Golden Knights are on the clock. They get the 41st overall pick. Let me know, by the way, where those picks end up being, because NHL Network doesn't want to show them, apparently. I ain't going to lie. I wanted Byram, but Kirby Dach is a tremendous pick. Honestly, like, Byram should be fantastic for Colorado Anthony. Jackie Zadell just subscribed. Thanks so much, Jackie. And you get the the Conspiracy Captain Wink and the Kiss Skip. Welcome to the squad, my man. But, what? Oh, come on, Vegas. No, man. Kaden Korczak? Oh, my gosh. I mean, he's okay, I guess. But I'm just going to list off the guys that they had available, man. What a waste. Kaden Korczak was like 55th best prospect in this draft, but you had amazing guys like Vegamo. You had Reese still available. You had Matthew Robertson available. You had Igor Afanasyev available. Ilya Nikolaev available. You had Pistola still available. Looking at guys like you have Pavel Dorofiev still available, man. I thought that would be a great pick. Nathan Legare. I'm done, man. Freaking Vegas. I mean, they got paying Krebs, which is amazing, but man, does that suck. I don't want him. I mean, he is good, but I don't want him. But looks like the Minnesota Wild have the 42nd overall pick. Let's see who they draft now. Right now, 336 amazing people in this stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. Who did they end up picking? Ooh, okay. I like that pick. Vladislav, first off, left winger, Russian-born prospect, age 18. That's a decent pick for Minnesota. I like that one. He has high upside, I think. He was in the USHL this season. I think he's the type of guy that could potentially be a steal when it's all said and done. But first off at number 42, I like a little bit of a reach, I would say, but I think he is pretty solid, not going to lie. For Minnesota, that's a pretty good pick. Now you have Chicago at the 43rd overall pick. Let me check. I'm pretty sure I had first off in my rankings somewhere. I have to have had first off somewhere. Yeah, I had him in the 60 range. Though, again, I think he is pretty solid and will be that type of guy. Where did Kaliyev go? I had Kaliyev at number 33. Oh, another trade to announce. Bowie, thanks so much to the subscribing, Conspiracy Captain Wink and the Kiss gift. But the Chicago Blackhawks look to be trading their 43rd overall pick here. Another trade, boys. Ooh. Okay, so it's not the 43rd pick. John Quenneville goes to the Blackhawks in exchange for John Hayden. Goes to the New Jersey Devils. So, not a pick trade, but a player trade. Quenneville for Hayden. And I think that's a pretty solid pick for the New Jersey Devils. Hayden, again, an NHL defenseman for Chicago. He's actually pretty decent, and I feel like New Jersey gets a solid top six defenseman there for sure. There are so many trades. Honestly, there's been so much. But Chicago ends up drafting that 43rd overall pick. I thought they'd trade it for a second, but they don't. They use it, and they select Alex Vlasic with the 43rd overall pick. A solid pick there. Alex Vlasic was the type of guy that I thought maybe go in the first round, but he would be a pretty solid pick for Chicago. I think that's a guy that can fix a lot of their defensive issues in the future, and you get that as well. That should be awesome for them. Now, let me check. I'm pretty sure I had Vlasic in the 30s range. I want to say. So I had Alex Vlasic as the 57th best prospect. Never mind. I mean, Alex Vlasic, I think, is a little overrated. Oh, wait. Another trade? Another trade, boys. Another trade. The Carolina Hurricanes to the 44th overall pick. Looks like we have another trade to announce, boys. What will it be? Oh, looks like it's a player trade, too. I think it's a player trade. Oh, first round pick. Are they announcing the Marleau trade or something? Oh, I think they're announcing the Marleau and the JT Miller trades. I'm pretty sure, right? I think that's just what they're announcing there. I think those are just official. I would assume, right? Yeah, they're announcing the JT Miller trade. Never mind. Okay, that makes sense. So, we now know the return. So, Mazanic and a third and a conditional first for JT Miller. Now, we know that trade now. So that was officially confirmed. We know the results going back to Tampa Bay. Mazanic, a backup goaltender, a third and a conditional first. We'll see what that condition is, but a solid pick. I think first rounder for Tampa. That's pretty good, especially in 2020 when that draft is absolutely stacked. On a side note, do you think Marleau's trade makes Marner's contract extension more likely, or is it Zaitsev's trade that makes it still, or that still needs to happen first? I think it definitely makes it more likely, Corey, and I still think it's a little bit far away, but Marleau trade, him getting that salary cap out of there, I think is a big first step. Right now, though, we got 343 amazing people in this stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so. Right now, 6 likes away from 150. And the Carolina Hurricanes with the 44th overall pick end up giving Jamison Reese. Excellent pick right there. He was ranked as 31st best prospect in the draft. Carolina gets another center, but a fantastic one. A guy that has fantastic talent, fantastic potential, and if developed right, could become a first-line center, I think, if his potential is reached. A good pick, though, for sure, by Carolina, for sure. I would say a little bit of a steal right there, for sure. Carolina getting another excellent forward option. Let's see. Nice, another center. Yeah, Kaniak, honestly, a great one for them right now. Now the Nashville Predators are on the clock at the 44th or the 45th overall pick. So we'll see what they end up drafting with that one. Right now, we're at 6,731 subscribers. You guys have been killing it so far. 8 away from 6,740, boys. If you're new to these streams, of course, make sure you're hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. But Igor Afanasyev does end up getting picked with the 45th overall pick to the Nashville Predators. A great pick there as well. In the USHL, he was great with the Muscatoon Lumberjacks. A very solid player with decent offensive opportunities. And he's the type of guy that I think maybe should have gone in the first round, but he's a guy that at 45 is a very good value pick. He has a fantastic shot, and offensively, he has fantastic awareness. And I feel like if Nashville develops him right, gives him a decent opportunity, especially on the power play, he could be a fantastic middle six or top six forward in the future, for sure. Let's see. Habs are next. Yeah, the Montreal Canadiens have the 46th overall pick here. Minnesota, the first overall pick. Sad. That pun is terrible. Let's not have that. Condition on the JT Miller trade is if the condition on the 2021 is playoffs. If Vancouver doesn't get in, it moves to the 2021. So Tampa Bay is banking on Vancouver making the playoffs there. But the Montreal Canadiens end up selecting Jaden Struble, which I think is a fantastic pick there. He was ranked as I'm trying to remember here. Where did I have Struble? I know I had him somewhere. Struble, though, at 46, I could see, I saw him reaching, or I saw him going that high. Struble was my 61st best prospect, but even then, I feel like Struble is a good risk to take for Montreal. Defenseman has a lot of offensive upside, fantastic skating, fantastic puck skills, and the Montreal Canadiens get a very solid defenseman there for sure. I like that pick already. Wait, we were almost at 7K. Whoa, Claire, we're almost there. The past few streams have been absolutely insane. Again, right now, let's see, we're 268 subscribers away. Almost at 7K, boys. The road is almost complete. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And of course, if you're new to these streams, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more content just like this. But the Colorado Avalanche with the 47th overall pick end up selecting Drew Helleson. Let me see. He was ranked as my 68th best prospect in the draft. I would say a little bit of a reach, but Drew Helleson is the type of guy that I thought would rise a little bit in this draft. He has decent offensive potential, again, with the USDP. He wasn't putting up the best stats in the world, but he's a guy that can command a power play, command a points, and could be decent on the power play for sure. That's an okay pick for Colorado. Not personally who I would take, but for Colorado, that's a decent one. Now, again, there are still some guys that have dropped pretty far. Let me see the highest one. So, Matthew Robertson still hasn't been picked, which is pretty insane to think about. You got guys like Samuel Vegavo still available, Pavel Dorofiev, Ilya Nikolaev. With the San Jose Sharks, though, look, so San Jose ends up making the pick at 48th now. You got still guys like Patrick Pistola. You got guys like Alvin Greavy, Marshall Warren, Vladislav Kalyachonok. There are some decent options for San Jose for sure. And the next few picks can be a few steals right here. Dubas told reporters Thursday if Marner signs an offer sheet with another team, the Maple Leafs may not match it, and Marner should be prepared to walk. What other teams do you think could sign him? I think Carolina has the potential to do that with the cap space they have, though there's a lot of teams that could definitely use that type of guy for sure. Do the Rangers trade Kreider or VC? Honestly, I feel like VC is 100% traded at this point. Kreider is a little bit of a more question mark, though. It seems like he's a lot more likely to get traded than not at this point. But right now, 314 amazing people, one like away from 150. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Thanks for the info, Easton. No problem, my man. No problem. Now San Jose have the 48th pick. We'll see what they do with this one. Which player gets traded from the Jets? From the Jets? I'm not sure. Frederick Wade just subscribed. Thanks so much, Frederick. You get the Spirit Count and Wink and the Kiss Skip. Welcome to the Sub Squad, my man. Carolina, and they just got Toronto's first. Yeah, Toronto's first in next year. Or at least conditionally right there. Devils are making moves, and I'm happy. Honestly, you should be. I think the last couple of moves they made is pretty solid. That Quinville and Hayden trade is, I think it's pretty decent for them, too. One is condition on the first. If the Marleau trade, I'm late. I'm sorry. Hey, Michael, no worries about that. No worries. The condition, I'm pretty sure it's like if Toronto, it's a lot of predicted. So if that pick ends up being a top 10 pick, then Toronto, it ends up getting pushed back to 2021, which likely won't happen because Toronto is pretty good, but we'll see. Let's see. Dubas will trade Marner. I mean, I'd rather see Marner getting traded than Austin Matthews, not going to lie. Got Spare to be traded today. Philadelphia's listening to calls on him. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up happening. Though San Jose with the 48th pick ends up making it. No trades here to comment on. Announced point extension. Agreed. If Point can just sign an extension right now, that'd be great. But, so the San Jose Sharks end up selecting defenseman Artemi Kanizev. That's an interesting pick. He was in the QMJHL this season, a little bit of an undervalued guy. Not in my top 75, but a little bit of a reach right there. I think he has potential, though. He's the type of guy that, if you develop him right, could become a great offensive guy and could put up like 30 or 40 points in the NHL someday. And he's the type of guy that I think could be looking back as an underrated steal, but he's interesting. I don't know if he should be picked 48th overall. San Jose with a little bit of a risk there, but I think he can be solid there. Struble's like 4 ways away from pro hockey. But the thing is, Struble is a ways away, but I don't think Montreal needs prospects now. If they want to get the best prospect in the future, I feel like that'll happen. With Struble, though, you have a lot of potential there. It doesn't just have to be now. It could be out later. But now with the New York Rangers, they end up selecting Matthew Robertson. He's finally off the board. A guy who was looked at as a big riser gets picked at number 49, so that's pretty good pick. Oh, we have a trade to announce. We have another trade to announce, the 50th overall pick. Oh, so the LA Kings end up getting the 50th overall pick from the Montreal Canadiens. They end up exchanging it right there. So they got Matthew Robertson going to the New York Rangers. Looks like the LA Kings traded for Montreal's pick. Let me know the trade details on that one because NHL Network doesn't like to show those apparently. Let's see. Habs are next. 9 no. The LA Kings said no to that right there. Who did the Leafs pick? They haven't picked yet. They pick with the 40 or the 53rd overall pick, so they haven't picked yet, but we'll see what they end up picking. Oh! So the LA Kings end up getting Samuel Vegamo. They end up getting Samuel Vegamo, and that is a great, great pick at number 50. That is fantastic value. Vegamo, while he is older, will be looked at as a very good draft deal in this draft looking forward. He'll have a good career, I think, with LA. LA has Turcotte, Bjornfoot, Kaliyev, and now Vegamo. That is a very great couple of first rounds for LA. Not gonna lie, some smart moves for sure. But yeah, the Habs had the 50th overall pick, but they traded that to LA. I'm not sure what the trade details are on that because they never like to show that for some reason. Let's see. But yeah, again, there are still some great players available. Even though Samuel Vegamo's off the board, there are some fantastic options. Now Winnipeg at number 51 ends up getting that pick next. Any idea on when Henry Frun will go? He's interesting, Luke. Are you the brother of him? Because I see you have we have the last name of Frun. But yeah, when it comes to Frun, I feel like he'll be a third round pick. He's the type of guy that might rise a little bit, so we'll see. But he's a very interesting prospect. I would personally put him in the 3rd round for sure. Let's see. LA might be one of the winners of this draft, to be honest, with Habs and Colorado close. Honestly, like, LA, from what they've been able to get, they've done the right moves. They made some fantastic ones. Bjornfoot, maybe not the best one, but still a solid pick. I'm really liking what LA is doing though right now. I'm really liking at that point. But the Winnipeg Jets end up selecting Simon Lundmark, a decent. I don't know if that's worth a 51st pick, but Lundmark has some potential. He's interesting. Again, he's a defenseman, so another defensive prospect going to Winnipeg after Hinola too. So we'll see if that continues to work for them. When Chicago's next pick, Chicago picks at number. Trying to see now. Chicago picks. I'm pretty sure they have 2 first-round picks. Pretty sure. So they ended up picking at 43. 43. Chicago. I don't think they pick in the 2nd round again. I don't think they do. I think they pick in the 3rd round. They pick in the 3rd round. They end up picking. Then no. Arizona had their 3rd round pick. So I don't know. Do they have? I don't think they have another 2nd round pick. I don't know if they do. We'll see, though. Right now, though, we're at 6,735 subscribers, boys. If you haven't hit that subscribe button and join the sub squad, make sure you do so. Again, on the road to 6.8K now, so make sure you join that squad. Good to see all y'all comforted for today's live stream, though. It's been crazy so far. Want to start the call at 62? Maybe. I'll let that get in, but yeah. Probably around that range, fans. Probably around that range. But now the Florida Panthers, they end up getting the 52nd overall pick, and they end up selecting Vladislav Kolyachonok. Fantastic pick by the Florida Panthers right there. He was ranked as my 44th best prospect in the draft, but I think he's a guy that I thought a lot of people maybe thought would rise, but he has some great potential. At 52nd, I think that's a good pick for Florida for sure. Good defensive prospect. Let's see. I don't know what the trade was. NHL Network doesn't show me, though I'm pretty sure if there's players involved, they would show it, but because it's just picks, they don't. So I would assume it's like for another 2nd rounder or something. Let's see. But yeah, nobody comments on it. No, like none of the analysts ever tell us what the picks are. But I would assume when it comes to Montreal, they might get like a 2nd round or like a 3rd or something back. Let's see. Which good D picks left? There's some solid guys all still left. Guys like Marshall Warren, guys like Mikko Kakko potentially. But there's some good ones. Again, I still like Antoni Honka quite a bit, so I'm liking him still. You also got Dominic Fensor, who's a solid pick. Ken Korsak is gone. Alex Vlasic is gone. But there's still some good defensive prospects. I would personally still go for forward, but, you know, whatever it means. But right now, the Maple Leafs, with their first pick of the draft at number 53. Is that Marshall Warren? Is that Marshall Warren? I think it is. Oh, no, it's Nicholas Robertson. I forgot he was even on the board. Holy crap. Apparently, he was still on the board. And okay. Nicholas Robertson at number 53. I just want to say this now, okay? I want to say this now. Besides Cole Caufield at number 15, that might be the steal of the draft. That right there, Nicholas Robertson at 53 might just be the steal of the draft. And I'm not really afraid to say that because he has so much potential. They're showing us Holinka Gretzky tournament for some reason, even though he had better OHL numbers. But with the Petersburg Pete's, he had a great season on a pretty meh team, and him on Toronto is going to be scary. Toronto's my favorite team, and I love that pick right there. I absolutely love that pick. He should be awesome with Toronto. Awesome, and will fit that mold quite well. He's a smaller forward, but has a ton of skill. And if that's not a Toronto Maple Leafs forward, I don't know what is. That should be awesome for Toronto. Rose, who are just subscribed, thanks so much. You get the Spirit Captain and the wink and the kiss gift. Welcome to the sub squad. But now Detroit is on the clock at 54. What do you think about Matthew Robertson? I don't have any info on him. Matthew Robertson went to New York at the Rangers spot. He didn't have the greatest WHL stats, but he's the type of guy that makes the small plays, but also the big ones if you need it. I feel like when it comes to Matthew Robertson, though, he'll be good. He'll be good for New York. I feel like he'll be a top 4 guy, maybe a top 5, but I feel like he'll be a good defenseman in the NHL for them someday. For things, just subscribe. Thanks so much for subscribing, my man. You get the Spirit Captain and the wink and the kiss gift. Absolutely appreciated. Also, wait a second. Okay. I'm going to quickly. Now, so the Red Wings end up picking at number 54. They end up getting Robert Mester-Simone. So, well, that's a pretty good pick for them, I think. Detroit gets a pretty good value pick. That's a pretty solid one for them. Again, Mester-Simone, I think, was a little bit underrated prospect. I had him as the 45th best prospect, so they get a little bit of value there. But yeah, I feel like when it comes to some Mester-Simone, that'll be a good pick for Detroit. Probably a top 6 forward for them in the future, I think, if he does develop right, which with Detroit, they obviously have a good track record of doing that. Okay, give me a second. Okay, there we go. Let's see. I'm still confused with the Habs trade. Yeah, I don't know what the picks were. I never saw that. I never saw what the trade was. Non-NHL not working on anything. How do you like the Blackhawks drafting a 6'6 D-man? I mean, who they draft? At 43, I'm trying to remember who they drafted. Though, when it comes to Chicago, I mean, big, tough defensemen are fine. It's just about who it is. By the way, back-to-back picks of Kaliyev, Robertson, and Mester-Simone in the 50s is amazing value for Florida, Toronto, and Detroit. That is amazing for them. Lord Lucifer's Demon Army, level 9, new subscriber. Thanks so much, my man. If you're a new subscriber, you're an absolute beauty, my man, especially. Right now, 1 like away from 160 likes. Let's get that going, boys. When's the Leafs' next pick? I'm pretty sure they pick in the 3rd round. Wait a second. We have a trade to announce. We have a trade to announce. I don't know if it's the exchanging picks here. Okay, it looks like the San Jose Sharks and the New Jersey Devils are making a trade. I would assume San Jose gets the... Yes, they do. So San Jose gets the 55th overall pick. New Jersey sending that 55th overall pick their way. Or New Jersey getting their pick back to San Jose. Again, we likely won't know what the trade is, but San Jose now on the clock with that. They probably will end up trading like a 3rd round pick or something at that point. But a pretty interesting trade. We'll see what that happens there. But San Jose obviously drafting a couple times in the 2nd round. They obviously like what they have available, and they can't really blame them. There's some fantastic options right now. Hi Grav. It's 10 a.m. for me. Really, Grav. Honestly, Bongo, it's pretty early in Vancouver time, right? It's pretty crazy. Panarin to Rangers or Florida? I would probably say New York Rangers, though. Honestly, Florida is a pretty great destination for him, too. I can see that happening. By the way, they have the camera on the San Jose Sharks, and I can see Pierre LeBrun on that stage, and also Dan Rosen, which is pretty funny. Thoughts on the pick Detroit just made? I missed it. Yeah, so Detroit made the 54th overall pick as Robert Mester-Simone. He had a pretty solid year in the USHL. I think he will be a pretty underrated pick for sure. That's a guy that I think can be a top 6 forward if he's developed right. He has some amazing skill and will use that. But with the 55th overall pick, the San Jose Sharks end up selecting Dylan Hamiluk, he's a very interesting prospect too. He's the type of guy that let me check. I don't know if I had him in my top 75. Oh, yeah, so I had him as my 70th best prospect. With Hamiluk, he's a very good power forward that has some decent skill, too, some good size. In the WHL, he didn't have the greatest numbers, but was a little bit banged up. If he can be healthy and can get a little bit of a better level, the physicality is already there. I feel like with San Jose, though, that's a decent pick. I don't think he has fantastic upside, but it could be a very solid 3rd line forward for them in the future. But now the Washington Capitals end up having the 56th pick. They end up selecting, who is that? I know his name. I know his face. Why don't I not know this guy? Now this is hurting me. Brett Leason. Okay, that makes sense. The Washington Capitals end up selecting Brett Leason, 56th overall. Pretty solid pick there. I mean, obviously, I'm not the biggest fan of Brett Leason. Let me check. I know I had him a lot lower than other people. I had Brett Leeson as the 44 or 47th best prospect in the draft. That's a decent pick for Washington. Again, they're in that contending mode. He is 20 years old, so he'll likely be a guy that ends up being in their roster for at least pretty soon, I would assume. But yeah, Washington, not a great prospect pool, but they end up adding to it with Brett Leeson. He'll add some decent skill, some decent size. He was looked at as a guy that should probably go in the first round. I kind of agree with him going in the second round. I think he's a second round prospect. But yeah, when it comes to him, I feel like he'll be decent for Washington. Probably a third line forward for them. Congrats, NJ. They're looking good for next year. A real statement to keep Hall. Honestly, hands, keeping Hall is priority number one for them, and getting PK Subban is going to be great for them. But the New York Islanders, with the 57th overall pick, end up selecting defenseman Samuel Bolduc. I'm pretty sure he was in the QMJHL, if I remember that correctly. But he's a solid defensive prospect. I don't think he was in my top 75, but he's a guy that has potential, I think. Could be a top 6 defenseman in the NHL. And obviously, New York, I think, defensively in the future kind of needs some help. Bolduc should be solid, though, I think. Can anyone tell me how the Zegras are doing over in USA? Are he staying where he at? Roy, he is staying in Dallas right now, though he might be a free agent as soon as the free agency. We'll see where he ends up going, but he was with the Dallas Stars, obviously. Do you think Mitch Marner will get dealed today? I don't think there's a trade with Mitch Marner, though we'll see. But the New York Rangers are on the clock with the 58th overall pick. Let's see who they end up selecting here. What return on VC can be expected? I would expect a couple of picks. I don't think New York's going to get a roster player back. I would expect a couple of picks for Jimmy VC, but we'll see what ends up happening there. Yeah, nothing right now. But looks like the New York Rangers will select Carl Henriksen with the 58th overall pick. Pretty solid pick right there. I had Henriksen as my 49th best prospect in this draft, and I think he's a pretty solid prospect. Number 58, he's a center, has some potential, was pretty solid in the World Juniors, and I think if you give him some opportunities, give him some power play time, he can be a pretty solid third-line center in the future for New York. I like that pick. I like that pick a lot for them. Let's see. Can you please read my comment from before? If you put it again in the chat, Anthony, I'll make sure to read it. Do you see Taylor Hall staying in New Jersey? I think so. PK Subban, I would think so. But it looks like the Carolina Hurricanes are on the clock with the 59th overall pick. Please trade Marner. No, please. Let's not have that happen. Let's not have that happen, please. I don't want that. But of course, we're on the road to 6.8K subscribers, especially if you're new to this stream. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button. If you have your subscriptions public and you subscribe to the channel, you'll get Xperia Kapanen Kiss and Wing Gift right there with your name on it. A great deal, and do recommend. And we're also 9 subscribers away from 6,750 subscribers, which is just insane, man. Absolutely insane. Let's see. What do you think about Zach Jones? I think he's a decent defensive prospect. I personally don't have him in my top 75, but if a team does take a risk on him, I can see why they would. I feel like he's the type of guy that has potential to be a top 6 guy. I personally wouldn't take him at the second round especially, but I think he can be good. Let's see. Who do you think got the best pick in the first and second round? In the second round, I think it's the Toronto Maple Leafs at number 53 with Nicholas Robertson. Fantastic pick right there, I think, for sure. In the first round, for me, it's number 15. It's Cole Caufield. At number 15, you're getting Cole Caufield. That much talent level, that is amazing for them. Let's see. What do you think about Kirby Dach? I personally wouldn't pick Kirby Dach in the top 3, Sean, but I can see why Chicago did. If you could round out some of the consistency issues and the skating issues, I think the potential for him as a first-line guy is definitely there. The puck skills, everything that he provides is fantastic, but again, rounding out that consistency, if he has a more consistent season and continues to do that, I think he will be a good player for Chicago. I personally would still pick Bo and Byram, Alex Turcotte, have him at least, but I can see why they do trade, or at least pick him right there. David Boyle can suck my toes. Lauren, I'm sorry for that PK Subban trade. I'm not gonna cherrycoat it. You guys got absolutely robbed on that. Not gonna lie. What do you think about Wings drafting Antti Tamisto? Jenny, I think he's a pretty interesting prospect. I personally wouldn't pick him at number 35 like Detroit did, but I think if he is developed right, he can be a decent top 6 defenseman. But Carolina is now on the clock at number 59. I don't know if they're making the pick right here. They're taking their sweet time right now. Let's see. Should go to Canada next year and the junior leagues. I would agree with that. What do you think about Bobby Lou going to retire or going to injury relief? I don't know too much about this situation. Can anyone tell me how? Or let me see. Or Subban trade a steal for Devils. Which is better long term, Subban to Devils or Trouba to Rangers? I'd probably say Trouba to. Well, it depends on like how long term. If you're talking like 5 years' time, it probably is true, but since he is younger, though, with New Jersey, adding PK Subban is going to be crazy for them. But now the Carolina Hurricanes are still calling up. You got Don Waddell making some calls right here, so we'll see what ends up happening. I don't know if this pick will actually be picked here. I don't know if that pick will actually be picked. I've been robbed, and David Poile stole my Oregons. Thoughts on Bobby Brink? Bryce, I think Bobby Brink is a fantastic player. A great pick for Philadelphia. I think at number 34. A great steal, and should be fantastic for them for sure. What's your prediction on Bob's and AP in free agency? For Bobrovsky, I think he is a Florida Panther at this point. I think that's what they do for him. When it comes to AP, who... I don't know who AP is. I know Duchesne, though. He should be probably going to Nashville. I would assume Nashville at this point right now. What do you think about Leeson getting picks? I think at that point for Capitals, I think it's a decent pick. Not the best, talent-wise, but I think he will be a solid player for them. But looks like we do have another trade with the Carolina Hurricanes. They might be trading their 59th overall pick here. What's your team forcings? First off, thanks for subscribing, my man. But yes, the Dallas Stars are my first favorite team. But looks like the Minnesota Wild are trading up for that 59th overall pick. So it looks like they get another second-round pick here. Paul Fenton going to it. So Minnesota now on the clock with the 59th overall pick. We'll see what they do here. Artemi Panarin. Okay, Artemi Panarin, I think is I think he's rather going. I think what's more likely is he's going to Florida, but I think the New York Rangers are also a great candidate for him for sure. Yeah, so the Wild are moving up with the 59th overall pick, getting one of the last few second-rounders of this second round. Who do you think the Habs will draft? Well, Messino, they already... let me see. So at the third round for Montreal, yeah, they pick next in the third round. In the third round, they first pick... Let me see. In the third round, they first pick 77th overall. I mean, I think a guy like a Nikita Alexandrov would be a solid pick there. I mean, at this spot, I think he would be for sure. But Minnesota with the 59th overall pick end up selecting Hunter Jones. Okay. That's interesting. Hunter Jones, the goaltender right there. We saw them linked to potentially Spencer Knight, but they didn't end up taking him. They took Matthew Boldy. But we already know they were in for a goaltender. Hunter Jones, I think, is a solid goaltender. I personally prefer Dustin Wolf out of WHL goaltenders, but he's solid too. I think he has potential to be a decent goaltender from Minnesota. I'm not sure if he has starter potential, but if you develop him right, I think he does have potential to be that type of guy for Minnesota, that number one guy for them at least. I would never put him in the top 60. I would never do that, but Minnesota obviously wants that next goaltender, and that might end up being the case. It's going to be interesting to see what ends up happening, though, there, because Minnesota, yes, their goaltending department is kind of depleted, but they got Kapanen, who I think will be better than Hunter Jones. I think he has better potential, but going to Minnesota, I think, is a good pick for him. He'll likely get some playing time in Minnesota in the future for sure. We need a goalie, so not to against it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like Hunter Jones and Kapanen, both guys that could be decent in the future for Minnesota. You're kind of taking your stake on that goaltending department, but yeah, obviously they're not too faithful in Dubnyk being the guy for too much longer. But now the Detroit Red Wings have the 60th overall pick. Right now, 270 amazing people in this stream. Right now, 4 likes away from 170. And again, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, especially for more hockey content just like this every single day on this channel. But it looks like the... What? Detroit? With the 60th overall pick, they just select Albert Johansson. And I legit have never heard of this guy. Okay, Albert Johansson, Swedish-born defenseman. That makes sense. Albert Johansson. I probably heard of this guy, but I don't think so. I don't think so. So he played in the World Juniors with Team Sweden on the U18 level, got 1 point in 7 games. In the Super Elite League, he played 40 games and got 29 points. He played 3 SHL games this season, and that's decent. I think I've heard of him, but like the name doesn't really stick with me since it is just such a generic name. But I mean, that can be decent for Detroit. I don't think he'll be anything better than a top 6 guy, but at number 60, I think he can provide some value. How's Carl Henriksen? Henriksen went to the New York Rangers, and I think that's a fantastic pick for them. At number 58, I think that's a great one for them. Should provide a lot of value as a third-line center in the future for them. Is Dach NHL ready? I don't think so, Anthony. If you give him 2.5 years, I think he'll properly develop. If you play him in the NHL next season, I think that's going to be an absolute disaster. I don't think you want to pick him at that spot at all. Primo was an absolute steal in the 7th round, man, for sure. Absolutely. Montreal dealed their 2nd round pick, I think the later one, and I think Minnesota. I think it was Minnesota. I think it was Minnesota or something ended up getting that pick. But right now, 1 like away from 170. We're at 169 likes, which is also very, very nice. But the New Jersey Devils with the 61st overall pick ended up selecting Nikita Okyatuk. I can never really pronounce his name, Okyatuk. Now, Nikita was looked at as a pretty solid prospect in this draft a couple of years ago. He was a pretty high prospect as a guy that might go in the first round. I personally don't have him as my top 75, but New Jersey taking a risk on him. I think he can be decent. I don't think, again, he'll be better than a top 6 guy, but I think he has potential to be a decent defenseman. Thoughts on Jets picking Lundmark and Kapanen dropping? Lundmark is interesting, honestly, Slugson. I think he's the type of guy that has potential. Though I don't think Winnipeg, again, needed another defensive prospect. Though I think he can be a top 6 guy for them. Washington, please trade for Pavel Dorofeyev. Just for the team that ends up getting Pavel Dorofeyev, it looks like he's dropping. Whoever gets him at this point onward is getting an absolute steal, 100% right now. Let's see. Do you think Hayden Primo is elite? I think he's a great prospect, one of the best prospects in the league goaltending-wise, though he's not obviously elite yet. Not yet. Thoughts on Canucks picking Höglander? Emmerich, I am a huge, huge fan of that pick at number 40. It should be a fantastic pick for them. Should be a pretty good draft steal. At number 40, you get a fantastic pick there. That probably should have gone in the top 20, I think, for sure. How do you know all these players? Massimo, I've been researching this draft for the past year. I mean, all these videos have been leading up to this draft. All the videos I've covered on this channel, I've been doing this for the past year, basically. When it comes to me not knowing a prospect, it usually is a pretty big reach if I don't know a prospect in this draft. I know basically, I would say about 150 players, not to death, because obviously some of these players I've barely seen play, but I know a lot of them here. And again, in the second round, I probably know most of them, unless a team just makes a crazy reach or something. Is Höglander the best player of the second round? I think Höglander was my 16th best prospect in this draft, and when it comes to my rankings, yes, I think he's the best player picked in that second round, out of my rankings for sure. Let's see. Point production for Kaapo Kakko. Next year, Kevin, I probably see around 60 to 65 points, being in the Calder contention for sure. But the St. Louis Blues are on the clock with a 62nd overall pick. Right now, 257 amazing people in this stream. Again, thanks to everyone that's come along to this stream. You guys have been absolutely insane and in a great way. Good to see all y'all come around for this one. And again, right now we're 4 subscribers away from 6,750 subscribers. So let's get that done also, especially if you're new here, boys. Who was the biggest draft or the biggest bust in the draft in the second round? I don't know. I feel like when you're it's interesting. I feel like with a team like Colorado taking Drew Helleson, it's a little bit of a risk. Also, Pyotr Konechnik for Carolina, the goaltender. He could be a guy that ends up being very big draft boomer bust. By the way, with the St. Louis Blues, they end up picking Nikita Alexandrov. He was ranked as my 60th best prospect in the draft. They end up getting at 62, which I think is a great pick. Alexandrov, a very talented center that could do a lot for a different team. He was with the QMJHL team. I'm pretty sure it was Charlottetown. Yeah, he was with Charlottetown. I think he can be a very solid QMJHL player, a guy that has a lot of talent level, but can also bring a different level to the game. Sometimes skating might be a little bit of an issue for him, but the offensive tools are certainly there. And St. Louis getting a very solid pick at number 62 for sure. Anonymous, just subscribe. Thanks so much, my man. Kisberry back with Kisberry Kapanen Wink. And the Kiss Gift. Welcome to Sub Squad, my man. But now we're on to the third round, the 63rd overall pick. Yeah, my Wi-Fi has been a little bit lagging today. It's been kind of weird, but I think the stream is good from what I've seen so far. Hopefully you guys are fine on your end, because if it lags, it's gonna be a problem. Do you think these stars go offense and draft defenses are defensively are stacked with Miro becoming a future Norris candidate winner? IMO. Well, Dallas doesn't have a second or a third round pick, so if they want to go that way, they'll have to do it in the fourth round. But yeah, unfortunately, they don't have a second or a third, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Now we're on to the third round. The Avalanche have the first pick in the third round. I think it was Ottawa, and they end up trading in. That's Duchesne deal, I would assume. How is Dorofeyev available still? Logan, I'm not really surprised. Because Dorofeyev was ranked as the 82nd prospect, I think, in the draft. By Bob McKenzie. I personally have him as the 18th best prospect in the draft. So whoever ends up getting, I think, at this point is going to get an absolute steal. Jordan Weber, thanks so much for subscribing, my man. You get this Barry Kapanen amazing gift. The wink and the kiss gift right there. Welcome to the squad. Same thing, Matt Webb. Thanks so much for subscribing. Absolute beauty. Kiss Barry Kapanen wink And look at Skiff. Welcome to the squad. Can Seider be a top 2 defenseman? B-Man the Awesome 77. I like that. And I also like the Charizard profile picture. But yes, I feel like Seider can be a top 2 guy. I don't think he'll be a number 1 guy, but a top 2 guy I think can definitely be his potential. Are you one of those guys who thinks or who likes the first round more because of the flashy names, or the other rounds because that's where real gems and teams are found? I think that's a mixture of both for me. Obviously the first round is always super fun to watch, but I always like to see how the late rounds play off, especially in the second and third round. Those are the most interesting to me because the names that end up dropping from the first round, which names get dropped from the first round, which names get picked, which teams end up rising for a prospect, reaching for a prospect. Those are what's more I want to say that's more exciting to me, but it's more interesting to me most of the time than some of the first round picks. It's because of who actually rises for teams and drops for teams. Of course, sometimes late round steals can be awesome, but we don't really know that until like years later. So at that point, like in the 7th and 6th round, I'm not really the biggest fan, but I think in like the 2nd, or 3rd, and 4th round, I think that's the gems for sure. Quit your channel. Cool. This is the 3rd time I wrote this. Look up Taro Tizimono, please, and you won't laugh. I know his story. He's an absolutely elite goaltender. Or not a goaltender. What am I talking about? Absolutely elite player right there. Hey, Grav, do you think the Pens can somehow get Nylander? I don't know. I don't think they'll take on that cap hit, to be honest. I don't think they have the cap to take on a guy like that either. What do you think about the Habs draft so far? I think it's been pretty good. They got Cole Caufield and Struble. I think those are some pretty solid picks for Montreal, for sure. And they end up, they're actually on the clock, so Colorado ends up taking Matthew Steenberg, who I have no idea who that is. I have no idea who that is. Okay, so the NHLPA spokesperson says, looking like there will be an announcement on the salary cap this evening. So we'll know what the salary cap is this evening, boys. We'll do that. So let me quickly look up Matthew Steenberg going to the Avalanche. He was a 2000-born Canadian-born prospect in the NCAA with Cornell. He's a center/right winger. He was ranked 133rd by NHL Central Scouting of North American prospects. So that is a huge reach by Colorado. But I'm not, I don't even know his stats. He played in the St. Andrews College, the CAHS. 48 games played, 31 goals, 35 assists for 66 points. He played 3 games in the USHL, getting 1 assist. That's a big reach, though. That's a big reach for me, though obviously Colorado seems to like him quite a bit. We'll see, though. But now the Montreal Canadiens are on the clock, and they do take Mattias Norlinder, a guy who I actually know. He was ranked, let me see. I want to say he was ranked like I had him in my top 75. I know that. He was looking as a guy that maybe was an earlier 2nd round pick. Norlander was ranked as my 69th best prospect. That's pretty nice. But yeah, I feel like Montreal gets a pretty solid player there, pretty solid defenseman, likely being a pretty solid top 6 defenseman for them in the future. Right now, though, 260 amazing people watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so. Right now, Nashville is on the clock with the 65th overall pick. We'll see who they end up picking here. Is Patrick Pistola taken yet? No, he is not. And by the way, Alex Newhook's teammate Alexander Campbell gets picked 65th overall. His BCHL teammate. That's a pretty interesting connection. I like that pick is decent. When it came to Campbell, I think honestly, I remember Campbell being like my 76th prospect or something, like just outside of my top 75. Campbell is decent. At 65 is a little bit of a reach, but I can see the potential in him for sure. Do you think Martin will come to Ottawa? I don't think so. I don't think Melma's going to pay that much to get a guy like that, even though it would be good for them. Thoughts on Red Wings draft? I think Red Wings have a pretty solid draft. They've taken a couple of reaches, but overall I think it's been pretty decent for them. What's your thoughts on Tobolski? I don't think I know him. God's plan. By the way, great name. I like that. Right now, 177 amazing people liking this stream. Right now, 3 likes away from 180, boys. Let's get that done. Let's go. And of course, especially if you're new to the stream, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the sub squad. Greatly appreciate every single one of y'all. You guys have been absolutely amazing so far. What is the biggest biggest draft bust in the first round? Dach. Honestly, there's some interesting opinions out there, but honestly, I don't feel like there'll be a draft bust, at least from what I'm looking like in the first round, though. When it comes to taking Lassie Thompson, 19th overall for Ottawa, is an interesting pick, but we'll see if that ends up working out for them. I don't think it will. By the way, for the Red Wings at 66 overall, they end up taking Albin Graviteh. He was ranked, let me check. Let me check. He was ranked 41st overall by me in my prospect rankings. So they get him 25 picks later. Not a bad haul for Detroit. That's a pretty solid guy. He has a lot of drive, a lot of energy. Not the greatest overall play, but he has the drive. Again, he compared himself to Brad Marchand. So Detroit obviously liking that connection right there. Thoughts on Panarin? Honestly, I think Panarin might maybe be like a top 15 NHL player. If you get him in free agency, even though he's asking for a lot, I think he will be worth that. Devils are going to be a good team this year. I think so, and I think they'll be a much improved Nick, for sure. Especially when you get a guy like P.A. Subban. That'll be a big one for them. I've been here since under 5K. B-Man the Awesome, that is amazing, my man. Hey, we're on the road to 10K now. Who knows? But yeah, good to see you, the OG right there. I want Nathan Legare in Montreal. I think that'd be a decent pick for Montreal for sure. Now the Buffalo Sabres are on the clock with the 67th overall pick. We'll see what they end up picking here. There's some amazing prospects. Guys like Nathan Legare, Pavel Dorofiev still available. You also got Patrick Pistola. Jeffrey Berkowitz, just subscribe. Thanks so much, Jeffrey. You get the Kasperi Captain Wink and the Gift Skiff. Welcome to the Sub Squad, my man. With the 67th overall pick, the Buffalo Sabres do select... Are they selecting? I don't even know. My Pens don't pick until the 4th or 5th round. Rip. What the heck, Eric? What? Buffalo ends up selecting Eric Portillo, 67th overall. Okay, so there's been a couple of prospects that I don't really know, but I've heard of. I'm not going to lie. I have never heard of Eric Portillo. He was ranked 229th by NHL Network. And he goes 67th overall. Or Eric Portillo. 2000-born goaltender, Swedish-born prospect. He was with Michigan in the NCAA. That's pretty interesting. 6'6", ranked 89 by McKeen's Hockey. In the Super Elite League, he played 26 games, getting a 1.99 goals against average, and a .931 save percentage. Those are pretty good stats, but I don't know how I haven't heard of this guy, but I haven't. I haven't heard of him. By the way, the New York Rangers with the 68th overall pick ended up getting Zachary Jones, defenseman. Pretty solid pick there. I mean, when it comes to Zachary Jones, he was probably just outside my top 75, but I think it's a decent pick for them for sure. I'm very happy with the Robertson pick. Honestly, the Maple Leafs should be ecstatic with Matthew Robertson or Nicholas Robertson. If it's Matthew Robertson with the New York Rangers, then that's also pretty good too. I like that pick for sure. He was looked at as a guy that would go in the first round, but obviously dropped it a little bit. By the way, the nice team, the 69th overall, the nice number right there. Let's see who gets picked 69th overall, boys. Let's see who gets picked 69th overall. And John Ludwig, defenseman. I have no idea who this guy is. But wait a second. Trade to announce? Trade to announce? There's a guy up on the podium. Dan Marr, NHL Central Scouting Director, ends up doing the trade. So it looks like we see another trade here. I think is New Jersey trading this pick? Oh, okay, never mind. So they're just now announcing the PK Subban trade. So I don't know why they're announcing it now of all places. I don't know why they didn't announce it when the Nashville Predators got the 34th overall pick. But they're now announcing the PK Subban trade. Finally, why are they announcing it now? What? Why are they announcing it now? This is okay. Sure. Sure. Has From been drafted yet? I'm behind. Not yet, Luke. Not yet. Though I assume he's probably going to go in the next few picks. I would think so. Sharks signed Karlsson to a terrible contract. I don't think so, man. He's the best defenseman in the world when he is healthy. If he is healthy, which I think he will be next season, he's the best defenseman in the world, and you pay money to the best defenseman in the world, which is Erik Karlsson. Thoughts on Alexei Protas? I'm pretty sure I've heard his name, Garrett, but I don't think I'm very high on him. Probably more of like a later round pick, I would say. PK going to the Devils is crazy. Rangers versus Devils is definitely going to be the game to see. Honestly, that's going to be an amazing matchup, 100%. Do you think Erik Karlsson is worth the money, and do you think he'll rebound next year? I think he's definitely worth the money. Again, I think he's the best defenseman in the NHL. Olivier Fortin, just subscribe. Thanks so much, my man. You get the Sperry Captain Wink and the Kiss Skiff. Welcome to the Sub Squad, my man. But yeah, when Erik Karlsson is healthy, he'll be worth that contract. Again, Erik Karlsson didn't really have a bad year, I don't think. I think he had a great offensive year. He was average defensively. I think his defensive problems were overblown. I don't think he had that bit of a defensive year. I think he will be better, though, next season for sure, when he is probably healthy. And the New Jersey Devils, with the 70th overall pick, end up selecting Daniel Missiol. A pretty solid pick there. He's pretty underrated, I would say. Underrated by me for sure. He has underrated value. And if you get it, I think New Jersey makes a solid pick there. Number 70, that's pretty good for them. Thoughts on Kaapo Kakko? Kaapo Kakko is my favorite prospect in the draft. I think he's the best prospect in this draft. Should go number 1, but obviously New Jersey doesn't feel that way. By the way, the Tampa Bay Lightning with the 71st overall pick ended up selecting Hugo Allenfelt. I like that pick. Allenfelt was a pretty underrated prospect in this draft, I feel. I think I had him as like the 3rd or 4th best goalie prospect in this draft. I like Allenfelt quite a bit, and that number 71, that's a pretty solid pick for them, I would say, especially when it comes to goaltending. Right now, we got 250 flat, amazing people in this stream. Again, hopefully you guys are enjoying the day and enjoying the stream so far. Right now, we're in the 72 area in the 3rd round, getting in about to the middle of this stream, boys. And again, I will be going for out the 5th round, and again, I'll probably be making quite a few videos after this on stuff like the PK Subban trade and all that stuff, so you'll get my opinions on that after this stream too. Thoughts on Gus Spare's value? It's probably at an all-time low, but for whoever ends up getting him, I think will have a great steal. He'll be young, and again, I think he has a lot of potential. He had a down year, I think, in all honesty, and if he goes, I think he'll have a rebounding year for sure. Kajevic going to be drafted soon. I can see that happening too. Philadelphia with the 72nd overall pick ends up picking Ronald Attard. He's a guy that's kind of in the 70 to 90 range. Not a bad pick by Philadelphia. He's a defenseman. I'm not personally the biggest fan of him, but he's okay. He's okay. Kajevic is overrated. I think he is overrated, but I personally would definitely pick him in the top 75. I had Kajevic as the... Let me see right here. I had Kajevic at number... I had Kajevic. Wait, do I have Kajevic in the? I have Kajevic in the top 75. I have to have him in the top 75. Kajevic. Okay, yeah, I had Kajevic as the 53rd best prospect in the draft. There's some great options still left on the board. Obviously, Pavel Dorofeyev is still up there. Ilya Nikolaev, I don't think has been drafted yet. Patrick Pistola has still not been drafted yet. In your mind, thanks so much for subscribing, my man. Hit the Sperry Captain Wink and the Kiss Skiff. Welcome to the Sub Squad, my man. But yeah, still some great options, honestly. Antoni Honka still available. Patrick Monahan still available. You got other guys like Dominik Fensor still available too. Mikko Kakkonen. There's some good options still. Alexandrov was already picked. Oh, there you go. The Canes end up picking Patrick Pistola with the 73rd overall pick. Just as I say it right there, they end up picking him. Amazing pick at 73. That should be a fantastic steal. I think he should go in the top 40 100 times out of 10. But getting the number 73 is an amazing steal for Carolina. Whoever gets Pavel Dorofeyev is going to get a steal. Exactly, man. Especially in this area, man. He is going to be so good for sure. Right now, 237 amazing people in this stream. Right now, 5 likes away and 15 likes away from 200, boys. Absolutely insane. So if you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do so, boys. Of course, we're on the road to 6.7K subscribers, or 6.8K subscribers, boys, right now in this live stream. Right now, 6,755, which is just insane. Absolutely insane, boys. So, of course, especially if you're new, make sure you're in that subscribe button. Hey, Grav, how's Monty today? Monty doing quite well. He's liking the Buffalo Sabres pick so far. He likes Cozens a decent bit. He likes the pick so far. He likes Ryan Johnson especially. He thinks he'll be a stud. I don't think he will be, but Monty does. If you're new to these streams, Monty is the Buffalo Sabres loving couch. He's kind of getting covered by the Ottawa Senators jersey, but he's just chilling right there. Like going all out for Duchesne just to trade him next year. It'd be like that sometimes. What are some sleeper picks in this, or deep sleepers in this draft? Obviously, Patrick Pistola, who was just drafted, I think is going to be one. Pavel Dorofeyev, I think for sure. You got Ilya Nikolaev, who still hasn't been drafted yet, which is pretty surprising. That's a good one. Patrick Monahan, I think, is going to be a good steal. Andrew Aiello, just subscribe, my man. Andrew, I appreciate that. Conspiracy Captain Wink and the Kiss Gift. Welcome to the Sub Squad, my man. Did Duchesne did Subban get traded? Yes, he did, Orca. Yes, he did to New Jersey. What do you think about the Red Wings' future? Players like Seider, Veleno, Zadina, etc. What is your opinion? I think the Red Wings have an excellent future. With guys, again, like Seider, Veleno, Zadina, they're going to have a pretty solid prospect pool after this draft. Probably a top 10 one, I would say. It's going to be interesting to see what they end up doing with that for sure. Who you got at 113? I don't have anybody at 113. I have my top 75 rankings, and after that, I don't really have anybody. Let's see. Sadly, since I'm a mega Preds fan, Lauren, today is not a good day for the Preds. Not going to lie. It's been a rough one. It's been a rough one. We get John Quenneville. I think John Quenneville will be decent. I think New Jersey wins that trade, but not by too much. Quenneville is a decent prospect for sure. Watch Minnesota going to draft a Russian. We'll be surprised if they don't. They already drafted a Russian in the second round. Jasmine, just subscribe. Thanks so much for subscribing. You get the Xperia Kapanen wink. And the Kiss Skiff. Welcome to the Sub Squad. Definitely appreciate you. Let me quickly. Yeah, so we haven't seen any new news on any trade fronts or anything. So we got all the crazy trades out of the way, it seemed like. Nothing crazy as of late, though. So not too much. Oh, there you go. There you go. The Pittsburgh Penguins with the 74th overall pick. A guy who I forgot about. They end up picking Nathan Legare. Fantastic, fantastic pick by Pittsburgh. I had Nathan Legare as the, let me check. I had Nathan Legare as number, Nathan Legare, I had him somewhere. Am I tripping right here? I had him somewhere. Was he in my top 20? Oh yeah, so for Pittsburgh Penguins fans, I had Nathan Legare as the 24th best prospect in the draft, and you get him at number 74. Amazing shot, amazing power forward, a guy that has so much energy and so much ability. Every single shift, he never takes it off, and there's some concerns over his skating and his skill, but I think those are going to get rounded out. In Pittsburgh, Legare is going to be scary. He's going to be absolutely perfect for Pittsburgh. He's a great prospect there, and for Pittsburgh, I think that's fantastic pick for sure. Rip and Blues fan, I actually like Subban. Honestly, at least you don't have to face him that many times in the Central Division. As a Dallas Stars fan, I'm kind of happy about that, not going to lie. But the Penguins ended up trading for the 74th overall pick. In exchange, the Coyotes got the 98th overall pick, the 141st overall pick, and the 207th overall pick. So the 74th overall pick was Coyotes' pick until Penguins came in and gave them a bunch of picks for the 6th and 7th round, basically. Well, Pittsburgh, Poulin, and Legare. Honestly, Olivier, that is fantastic for them. Two QMJHL guys, but I think those are solid guys on the QMJHL. Legare, especially, honestly, Poulin could be awesome too. I'm liking the Pittsburgh Penguins draft. They've only made 2 picks so far, but just like last year, they're sniping on those right now, just like Nathan Legare on QMJHL goaltenders. What about Nathan Legare, really potential sniper? I think he could be. The absolute shot that he has is amazing. But on the power play, he's an absolutely brilliant guy that has a lot of offensive IQ and can definitely use it every single game. For Pittsburgh, again, I think he is a definite guy that you can slot around a guy like Gensel and really get a lot going for sure. Hey, Grav, just tuning in. How are the Rangers doing? Great. They're doing pretty well in this draft. They got some decent players, guys like Matthew Robertson, Carl Henriksen. Some decent players for sure. Not the best, but some decent selections for sure. What round is going? Right now, we're in the 3rd round. Right now, 75th overall, the Nashville Predators are on the clock. Right now, we got 233 amazing people in this stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. 12 likes away from 200. Let's go, baby. If you're as hyped for the draft as I am, make sure you're letting me know by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. Let's go, baby. Let's go. How are the Devils doing? They've had a pretty interesting draft. They've had some great picks, I think, so far. Obviously, Jack Hughes is a pretty solid one. But I think New Jersey is doing a pretty solid job right now, for sure. Alvin Gravy went, trying to remember now. Gravy, where did he go? He went earlier. I know he went to Detroit at 66, if I remember that correctly. How is Toronto doing? Toronto's only made 1 pick in this draft, Vincent, but that was an amazing one. They ended up getting Nicholas Robertson with the 53rd overall pick, which is absolutely a steal. Behind Cole Caufield, I think that is the biggest steal of the draft. Absolutely amazing talent. Fantastic OHL season. He is a perfect Toronto Maple Leaf and will be that in their top 6 in the future. When are Vancouver picking? Let me quickly check when they're picking next. Vancouver right now, we're the 75th overall pick. Vancouver next has Vancouver at number 102. So they aren't picking for a while, I don't think. Let me double check. Yeah, they aren't picking for a while. Oh, no, wait a second. Yeah, Vancouver got the 71st overall pick, so they already got that. But they traded that to actually Tampa right there, which is interesting. But looks like we have another trade to announce. I don't know what it is right here. Is it Nashville exchanging picks? Ooh, looks like the Minnesota Wild may be taking the Predators' 75th overall pick here. They're showing Paul Fenton here. Alright, wait, what happened? Do we see a trade? I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. PK Subban traded NJ. Honestly, Phil, he'll be a fantastic Devil for sure. Who do you think the Jets will trade to make room for signed players? Honestly, Ehlers has been a guy thrown around. I don't think they should. I feel like a guy like Trouba was the guy they traded to make cap space, and it is a wise one for them. Third in 2020 for this pick. Interesting. Oh, okay, so they traded the 75th overall pick for a third in 2020. Huh. You know what? That's a pretty interesting trade. I like that. When it comes to Nashville, they're kind of banking on that pick being a little bit better. With the 75th overall pick, they end up taking Adam Beckman. That's a decent pick for them. That's a decent pick. He's not great. I don't have him in my top 75, but that's a decent pick. He's a left winger. He has some offensive potential, I think. Who would the Rangers get? Tell us something about Rangers' current situation. Cup contenders are still rebuilding. I think they'll be a contending team next season for the playoffs. Maybe not making it, but I think they'll be close. They end up selecting Matthew Henriksen, or Colin Henderson and Matthew Robertson. A solid defenseman and a solid center prospect. Henriksen likely being a third-line center for them in the future, and Robertson likely being a top 6, at least, defenseman for them. Let's see. Who Montreal needs to pick? Honestly, Montreal's made some great moves so far. I think they will go for another defenseman once they pick next. Let me check when Montreal picks next. Montreal round 3. They pick with the 77th overall pick, so they're about to pick. It's Arizona with the 76th pick. Now Montreal after that with the 77th pick. Right now, though, we're at 6,762 subscribers, boys. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you do so, especially if you're new to these streams to get great hockey content just like this, streaming video-wise every single day. Great value, and I do recommend it, not going to lie. But with the third round pick, John Farinacci goes to the Arizona Coyotes. That's an interesting pick. Farinacci is decent. Again, I personally would have put him in the top 60, 76, but I think he's worth taking a risk on right now. Are the Canucks contenders or still rebuilding? I mean, they're a lot bigger of a contending team than they used to be. Getting JT Miller is a good idea, I think, for them if they want to make the playoffs. They're going to be interesting, though. JT Miller on Vancouver will be, I think it'll be a decent fit there for sure. Rangers will lose every year to the Devils. Except they're the better team right now, don't at me. Chances of the Bruins making the playoffs. I think they will make the playoffs again, Nick. I don't think they'll be dominant, but I think they will make the playoffs. I don't know if they'll be like this juggernaut, but we'll see. But with the 77th overall pick, or Zexton Jr. just subscribed. Thanks so much, my man. You get the Xperia Cap and a wink and the gift gift. Welcome to the sub squad, my man. But with the 77th overall pick, Montreal ends up selecting Gianni Fairbrother. Another name, I have no idea who this is. Wait a second. Gianni Fairbrother. Who is this? Gianni Fairbrother, Canadian, 2000-born prospect with the Everett Silvertips, a defensive prospect, 6'2". He was ranked in the 70s range, so about this pick by Future Considerations and McKean's Hockey. He put up 36 points in the WHL this season in 64 games with Everett. Now, Everett is not the greatest team ever, and those are some low point totals. I haven't seen too much of Fairbrother, again, if I'm going to be honest, but he could be a decent pick. Again, maybe the stats are telling a different story, but we'll see. What do the Blackhawks need to do in free agency? I don't know if they need to do much. I feel like they should just get rid of some cap space. I don't know if they'll go for too many big guys, though, if I'm going to be honest. Are you going to do a re-sign stage and free agent stream? I might be doing a stream throughout the free agency, maybe the start, like maybe the first couple of hours, and I'll probably be doing a lot of videos surrounding that too. So watch out for that as well. Now we just need centers and defenders. You've been picking wingers all day, man. Pavel Dorofeyev, top of my board remaining. Exactly, man, exactly. Pavel Dorofeyev is the best prospect available, and it's not even close. Like, not even close whatsoever. Now the Colorado Avalanche on the clock at number 78. Let's see who they end up picking. Is Caufield making the team next year? I don't think so, Massimo, but he could make the team. Maybe make the team in like a year and a half. I just don't see. I see him maybe. I see him with the other NCAA season. I see him maybe sticking with 1 year in the NCAA and then going to the NHL possibly. But at number 78, the Colorado Avalanche end up selecting Alex Bucage. He was, I think he was in the 60s for me. Yeah, he was ranked 63rd overall in my prospect rankings, so a pretty solid pick. He is still at age 17, had some pretty solid stats in the QMJHL. I like that pick by Colorado, for sure. What do you think the Rangers' future is goaltending? Are they in good hands with Henrik leaves? I think they will be. I'm a big fan of Georgiev. I think he could be a solid fringe starter for them as guys like Shesterkin develop well. I think Shesterkin is the solid and future guy for New York, and I think he will be that type of guy for them, that starter for the future. Let's see. When do the Pens pick next? I'm not sure. Yes, Vegas got Pavel Dorofiev! Yes, baby! Yes! Yes, 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 yes! 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 Thank you! Yes! 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 Thank you, Vegas! Thank you, Vegas! I gave up hope we were going to take Pavel Dorofiev, but you did it, man! Thank you! Oh my gosh, thank you, man. Thank you, Vegas. Oh yes, if you don't know, Vegas is my third favorite team. I love this, man. It's 79. Holy friggin' crap, yes. What a pick by the Vegas Golden Knights. The steal of the draft right there goes to Vegas. Peyton Krebs, Pavel Dorofiev. I love that right there. Oh, thank you so much, Vegas. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I love you. I'm sorry for doubting you when you picked, what's his name, Korzak. But Pavel Dorofiev, he's a Vegas Golden Knight, baby. Let's go. When is Alphanet or NFL going? McNuggets, he was drafted 71st overall by the Tampa Bay Lightning. Vegas needs to restock. Little great start. Honestly, restock the Russians, right? I honestly thought Pavel Dorofiev would have been a player that they pick at, like, 18 or at 17th overall, but he's a guy I was dropping a lot in this draft. Should have never dropped. I think he should be a first-round prospect 100%. He drops to 79th overall in Vegas, man. Thank you. I love you, man. I love you, Vegas. Oh, thank you so much. I love you. I love you. This is why I love you, Vegas. This is why I love you. Krebs and Pavel Dorofiev. I want to see that someday. That would be elite right there. What moves do you see the Leafs making? Apparently still trying to get a top defense, man. Honestly, Red Devils fan, 7. I like that name. When it comes to Toronto, I see a guy like Colorado Miller, funnily enough in Vegas, being the type of guy to go after. I can see that happening. But Graham Clark ends up going to the New Jersey Devils, right winger from the OHL, from the Ottawa 67s. Decent pick right there. I'm not really the biggest fan of Graham Clark whatsoever, but he's an okay pick at 80 for sure. But again, Pavel Dorofiev at 78, 79, man. Absolute steal right there, baby. Absolute steal. Right now, 199 amazing people watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. Of course, we're on the road to 6.7K subscribers. Let's get that going. And I think there might be a trade here to announce. Is there? Is there? I have no idea. Now Florida's on the clock with 81. I don't know what's happening there. Your thoughts on the Hawks, Devils trade, and Canucks and Lightning trade? Honestly, the Hawks and Devils trade, I think it's a good trade for the New Jersey Devils. Hayden is a solid defensive guy and could be in their NHL core next season. When it comes to the Canucks and Lightning one, I'm a pretty big fan of the trade for both teams. Guy like J.D. Miller can help the scoring for Vancouver amazingly, and Tampa kind of need to get that contract out of the books. So they get a first-round pick, which I think is fantastic for them. But now Florida at 81, we'll see who they pick right here. 104 on 114 goes back to Columbus for the pick to Florida. Oh, really? Interesting. Okay, so I know that Columbus had that 4th-round pick, so yeah, I guess they do give it to Florida. Interesting pick row right there for sure. But the obvious picks are kind of gone now in the NHL draft. The guys like Pavel Dorofiev, who were somehow still available, are now gone. So we're kind of past that phase right there. Kind of past that phase. Let me quickly detail the guys who I think are the best available at 81 in my rankings. But yeah, guys like Pavel Dorofiev and Evan Ligari, guys that really did sink, are now gone. They end up taking Cole Schwindt, right winger. That's interesting. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of him, but that's an interesting pick. I think he has potential for sure. But yeah, when it comes to who's available still, you got some decent options. Marshall Warren's still available. Ilya Nikolaev, who's still available somehow. Again, there's some good options here for sure. And Patrick Monahan, I still think should be picked. Antoni Honka is still available too. Dominik Fensor, Maxim Katjovic is still available. You got some other guys too. Nikita Androv is picked. Henry Front is still available. You got Jordan Spence, who's still available. Michael Gildin is still available. Levi Alton is still available. Igor Spinodonov is still available. You got Matthias, you got Antti Tomisto was picked earlier. Tuka Tiksola could be also good for them. But there's a few prospects that are still available that I think are second round caliber. But we'll see what ends up happening. Now New Jersey is on the clock with the 82nd overall pick. A lot of picks right here in the 3rd round right now. How much you think Nucks will sign Bester for? I'm thinking around at least $7 million. I'm thinking $7 million is around the range they end up going for right now. I would say for sure. When did the Blackhawks sign Perry and Pavelski? Would Dach, Pavelski, and Perry be a good line? I don't think Dach is going to be in the NHL, Spencer, year one. If you put him in the NHL, I think that you're rewarding his development right there. If you do, that's good luck for you, Chicago, because I don't think that's going to work out. Corey Perry, though, I think he can be decent if you go for like a league man or like $2 million contract, but more than that, I don't see him being worth that contract. Let's see. My YouTube name is because I'm a Manchester United fan. Not bad, man. Not bad. Though Red Devils, again, in kind of an NHL stream, is kind of misleading right there. Are we gonna have more trades? I would assume so. We've seen a lot of pick trading so far in the first few rounds, so we'll see if that continues. Though we haven't seen a player trade since the Devils and Blackhawks won. But right now, again, we're on the road to 6.8K subscribers. Make sure you're joining the squad, boys. If you haven't hit that subscribe button already, make sure you do so. Again, for more hockey content just like this every single day, definitely is worth it, and especially if you're new here, good to see all y'all come through right now. But New Jersey on the clock at 82. Let's see what they end up picking. They end up picking Michael Kuchevic, or Muko Jakevic, which is a pretty solid pick. I like that pick for New Jersey. That's a decent one. He's an underrated prospect, I would say, defensive prospect. They already drafted a couple of defensemen in this draft, but I think that's a solid one for them for sure. How do you get mod? The pro gamers, the way you get mod is if you are active in these streams, and if you're active in the streams and are respectful of other people, then you'll get mod eventually. I made a mod for 6.6K, if I remember correctly, but who knows? I might be making a mod for 6.8K at that point. Yeah, friends. Once we're done with I think it's like the 93rd pick. I'll see what I can do if I can get the internet there. If I can, I'll let you know. What return can Shannon Kirk or Brendan Smith get in your opinion? No way. They are zero takers. But I don't know if they're zero takers, but I'm no. Oh! And Tony Honka goes to the Carolina Hurricanes. I love that pick right there. 83rd overall. He was ranked as my 51st best prospect in the draft. Carolina takes a chance on a Tony Honka. And I'm going to say right now, I love that pick. That is fantastic. An amazing pick by them, man. That is crazy. I went on Tony Honka. He's the type of guy that will get underrated in this draft, but if you get his potential up there, that will be awesome for them. Honestly, that'll be a good pick for Carolina, I think. And again, I don't think they need a defensive prospect, but them taking on Tony Honka is a good pick. Now the Toronto Maple Leafs are available at number 84. Their second pick of the draft. Let's see who they end up taking. Let's see. Do you think the Habs will make any trades? Again, the Shane Gosper has been linked there. I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up happening. What can you tell me about the Canes second round goalie pick? Matt, they ended up taking prior Kachikov. I think he's a solid goaltending prospect. Not the best out of the ones available, but at that time. But I think the potential he has is one of the best in the draft. He has a little bit of an older guy, but when it comes to his stats, he wasn't amazing in the U18s, though I think he was impressive still. Again, obviously, Carolina wants to take a chance on him, but I think he could potentially be a starter someday. I think he has one of the best potential-wise goaltending in the draft right now. But yeah, when it comes to the return on Shannon Kirk or Brendan Smith, I think Shannon Kirk would definitely get a lot more of a return, but Brendan Smith is also a guy that could probably fetch a couple of picks. But the Toronto Maple Leafs at number 84 end up picking Mikko Kakkonen. Very solid pick right there. I had Kakkonen, I want to say in my 50s. I had Mikko Kakkonen as the 54th best prospect in this draft. Toronto getting Mikko Kakkonen and Nicholas Robertson. I like that quite a bit. Now the Oilers with the 85th overall pick. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot for Toronto. Let's see. I don't have an NHL Network channel. What other channel can you draft me on? If you're in Canada, it might be on SportsCenter TSN. But in America, I think it's only on the NHL Network, I think. Let's see. What about Christoph Papp, the Hungarian USHL player? I haven't heard of him, though I think he can be drafted for sure. Do we have the Seider contract is atrocious. It's looking a little bit rough, not going to lie. Looking a little bit rough, not going to lie. Brett Leeson in the NHL next year. I think he could be, though I think he spends 1 year in the AHL. If I'm going to bet on something, Mick. But right now, 175 amazing people in this stream. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so. We just hit 200 likes, which is absolutely insane. 1 away from 205, boys. Let's get that crushing, boys. Let's get that crushing. And, of course, when it comes to the next pick, Edmonton ends up with the 85th overall pick. They end up selecting goaltender Ilya Konovalov. I don't know I've heard of him, but I'm not really too high on him. It's okay, I guess. This draft is so boring. We haven't seen, besides, we saw all the trades happen before these drafts started. That's the thing. Like, we haven't seen a huge trade happen in the draft, which kind of sucks. Besides, obviously the big pick trades, but other than that, it's been pretty dry. I started my old account back when you said Kakko was your favorite. Also, search up Church of Kakko is an actual thing. Yes, Kevin, I do know the Church of Kakko. It is absolutely, and I will be attending if I do go to New York someday. And with the Golden Knights pick at number 86, they end up taking Leighton Ahak, a decent defensive prospect. I wouldn't put him in the top 90, but he's a guy that was in the BCHL. Could become something for sure. Let's see. Do you think Daniel D'Amico will be drafted? I've heard of the name. I would think so. Maybe in the 7th round or something. David Michelle just subscribed. Thanks so much, David. You get the Sperry, Kapanen, and Wink, and the Kiss Skiff. Welcome to the sub squad, my man. When will the Habs pick next? Let me check. We're right at now at 87 to LA. Montreal will pick in the 4th round, I think. Montreal, I think, picks next at 108 in the 4th round. So they're a little bit of a ways away, I would say, right now. Let's see. Does Carolina buy out or waive Marleau? It was confirmed that they would buy out him. It's already been basically confirmed at that point, which looks like he might be going to San Jose in free agency if that's the case. Let's see. Sabres make an error with Ralph Kruger as coach. I'm not sure if that's an error, Gale. I personally wouldn't have fired Phil Housley. I think he's the type of guy that you still keep. He was on a short leash, but I don't know. It was interesting, though. With the 87th overall pick, by the way, LA ends up taking Lucas Perrick. He's a goaltender, too. Ryan Perduto just subscribed. Thanks so much, Ryan. You get the Sperry, Captain Wink, and the Kiss Skiff. Welcome to Sub Squad, my man. But yeah, Perrick, I haven't heard of him, but, I mean, why not? Goaltending? Kind of weird, right? Kind of weird in the 3rd round. And that's interesting, though. LA, again, they haven't picked up goalie in this draft. They kind of need a goaltender for the future, even though Jack Campbell's decent. We'll see what ends up happening. Now the Calgary Flames are on the clock with the 88th overall pick. We'll see if they do anything here. Has Ilya Mironov been drafted yet? I don't think so, Reese. Also Nikolaev hasn't been drafted yet, which is pretty surprising. Flyers next pick. The Flyers next pick. Let me see. The Flyers pick next at 103, so a few picks behind, or a few picks away from Montreal at that point. I'm eating a sandwich, so I won't talk a lot. Hey, Arctic, I like that. Sandwiches are elite right there. Where can I watch the draft live? Well, of course, you can watch this reaction if you want to, but to watch it free, you might find something on Reddit, but this is probably the best thing you're going to find. If Marleau returns to San Jose, it will be at a league minimum. I think it'll be around then, because I don't think San Jose has the... Oh! Calgary does take Ilya Nikolaev. Finally, he does get taken. I had him as the 40th best prospect in this draft. Ended up going 88th, which I think is a big steal for Calgary, 100%. Great pick right there. I think it's like their 2nd pick in the draft, so they have a good pick right there in Ilya Nikolaev, a solid player that I think could be a top 6 winger in the NHL someday, or a center if they need it. And when it comes to Calgary, again, I don't know if they needed Nikolaev as a center, but I feel like that's just a prospect that you take a risk on. He has a lot of potential and could be one of the best Russians out of this draft for sure. Let's see, NHL Network. Yeah, you can find it on NHL Network right now. Ilya Kononov had a 930 save percentage in 43 games in the KHL, by the way, so that's pretty great. Is he one of the older ones? Is he the old goalie prospect that I keep forgetting about? I think he might be. I think he might be. Kononov. There we go. Yeah, 1998. That is interesting. So he's 20 years old. So he was like crazily somehow still in the draft eligible right there. I think he was like just draft eligible or something. By the way, the Tampa Bay Lightning with the 89th pick end up selecting Maxim Kadjevic. I like that quite a bit. I'm not the biggest fan of Kadjevic, but in the 89th position, I'm a pretty big fan of that. Kadjevic was my 53rd best prospect in the draft. Button to subscribe. Thanks so much, my man. It's for Kevin and Wink and the Kiss Skiff. Welcome to Sub Squad. But I do like Maxim Kadjevic quite a bit at 81. That's a pretty good pick, I think. Join the Discord, everyone. Link in the description. Again, I agree with that mini move. If you have not joined the Discord, you can talk with me, mods, and a lot of other members of the channel community on there. It's a great place to talk hockey. It's in the description, and I do recommend that 100%. Who's your top 5 GMs as of now? Probably Steve Yzerman, Kevin, or Kyle Dubas. I would probably say Jeff Gordon right about now. He's looking pretty good. After that, I'll probably be making a video something like that in the off season, but that'll probably be my top 5, my 3 guys right there. Why did Podkolzin drop to 10? Honestly, when it comes to him, I feel like he's kind of a project that some people don't want to take on. He has a KHL contract, obviously, but the thing with Podkolzin is that he has great skill, but the overall game is just not really there for him physicality-wise or defensively. Emil's KLTM, just subscribe. Thanks so much, my man. You get to your Kapanen, kiss skip, and the wing right there. Absolutely appreciate it. Who was select Nils Höglander? It ended up being the Vancouver Canucks at 40th overall. Great pick for them right now. And the Carolina Hurricanes ended up selecting at 90th. They ended up getting Dominic Fensor. Thank you, Carolina. Oh my gosh, what a pick. What a pick by Carolina. He was ranked as my 52nd best prospect in the draft. Fantastic pick again by the Carolina Hurricanes. Another one, man. They've had some great selections so far in this draft. 100%. They've been great. It was surprised Igor Afanasyev were in the second round. How about you? I think I was a little bit surprised. Not that he was in the second round, but how late he went in the second round. Though I am happy for him for sure. Do you play Fortnite? No, I do not. I haven't played it in a long time. Let's see. Who won the Patrick Marleau trade? I'd probably say Carolina because they get a first-round pick and then end up buying him out. I mean, that's a pretty solid one for sure. Carolina's had a great draft, haven't they? And honestly, I would agree. By the way, friends, I'm going to try and see if I can get you on at number 9. Once we get to, like, after the 93rd pick of St. Louis, I'm going to try and get you on if we can. And again, Franz, the monitor, Frederick Franz, and if you don't know, he ended up calling, I think, during one of the World Junior streams, I'm pretty sure in December. We're probably going to have him on and once we get to the 4th round and talk about some other stuff. Again, just the draft in general. He's a freaking awesome man, though, for sure. He's going to come to NA a lot faster than other Russian prospects. Usually takes 4 years for projects in Russia, but he's only 2. Could punish others or be a bust because he keeps moving around. Honestly, he has one of the biggest busts, and I'm trying to bust and I can't speak. I don't know. He's one of the biggest risks in the draft. I'm trying to say, yeah, boomer bust. I don't know why I forgot to say that. One of the biggest boomer bust draft prospects in this, to be honest. But now the New Jersey Devils with the 91st overall pick are on the clock. Again, Dominic Fensor to the Carolina Hurricanes is an excellent pick for them. They selected a couple of defensemen, Tony Hawk and Fensori, both guys who I'm kind of high on, to be honest. I almost reported that Pierre Dorian comment. Let's see, Carolina, or who selected Matic Music? I don't think he's been selected yet. The best GM is Pierre Dorian. Agreed right there. And Peter Chiarelli. If you put them together, that's a fantastic duo right there. Are there any top players in the 2021 class or too early? It's not too early yet, Reese. The best player in that draft class is Otto Ratty, a Finnish-born right winger. I'm pretty sure he's a right winger. Finnish-born prospect. He's likely the best guy to come out of that draft right now, though, of course, that could still change. Because of his season, he bounced around in Russia, and also he didn't do that well in tournaments. Yeah, he was kind of underwhelming in tournaments. He didn't really have too much of a sample size in any league whatsoever, so that was the reason why not a lot of people were able to see him too much. I'm going to go now. Bye, chat. See you later, Arctic. Thanks so much for coming by, my man. I definitely appreciate you, for sure, my man, for sticking around for a lot of this live stream. Let me check right now. Right now, we're at 2 hours and 20 minutes. Absolutely insane. For anyone that's come around for the whole stream, that is crazy. You guys have been absolutely awesome. Good to see all come through today's live stream. I guess hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream and enjoying the draft so far. It's been pretty crazy to see all these processes go down so low. Guys like Dominic Fensori, Kajevic, and Nikolaev, the last 3 picks. Fantastic picks for the last 3 teams for sure. But right now we got 161 amazing people in this stream. Right now 4 likes away from 250. Let's get that done, boys. Let's get that done. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do so. And of course, especially if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more content just like this every single day. Right now, 6,770 subscribers, just absolutely killing it. I think we had 6,600 like 70 subscribers when we started the stream. So we're almost at 100 subscribers again to this live stream, which is just insane, to be honest. When do you think Henrik Front will go? He's been interesting because I thought he would have been picked by now. And I'm going to be honest, Luke, he's the type of guy I think should go in the 3rd round, though. The 3rd round is obviously ticking. We'll see if that happens, though. Yotes are picking pretty soon. When did the Yotes pick? Don't they have a 4th round pick for one of their trades? If Dubas, the best drafting GM, Liljegren, Sandin, Robertson, Kapanen. He has been fantastic so far, Logan. Absolutely. And the drafts that he's been managing, he's been awesome for Toronto, especially. Nice picks for Carolina. Honestly, Carolina might be one of the winners of the draft. After this draft is over, after the draft stream is over, after we get past the 5th round, I'll probably be making a PK Subban trade video, maybe a JT Miller trade video too, and after that I'll be making a winners and losers video for the NHL draft, and it'll depend, obviously, the last few rounds, but honestly, I'm kind of made up my mind that Carolina is definitely one of the winners for sure. They've been awesome so far. LA as well. So Peter LeBrun also tweets that the expectation is that Mitch Marner's camp will hear from teams when the RFA speaking period opens Wednesday. So that is pretty big news that he is listening or hearing from teams, whatever you want to call it. That is pretty interesting news, not going to lie. Any Rangers trades today? Anyone know? No Rangers trades today, Brian. At least not yet. Ava Max, welcome to the stream, my man. Good to see you come by. And especially for anyone that's new to these streams, make sure you're hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. Definitely is appreciated, every single one of y'all. The New Jersey Devils are still on the clock at number 91. Let's see who they pick. Liam Murray, thanks so much for subscribing. And you get the Conspiracy Captain Wink and the Kiss Skiff. Welcome to the Sub Squad, my man. Valentine Nussbaumer, I don't think has been selected yet. No, I don't think so. We're either take a D that has low upside or projects that could work out, could not, like a Morgan Barron pick, for example. Maybe. Honestly, with New Jersey, we'll see what they do here. They've already had a lot of picks in this draft, but they have some options here for sure. Oh, it looks like we have a trade to announce. Number 91, it probably is a trade with this pick. So the Washington Capitals end up trading up for the 91st pick. Steve Mackey, thanks so much for subscribing. Conspiracy Captain Week and the Kiss Skip. Absolutely appreciate it. But the Washington Capitals end up selecting 91st. They end up trading up in the draft. So they get a decent pick here too in this 3rd round. Let's see. Subban traded for a bag of pucks and Snooki. Honestly, Scotty, it's honestly it's a worse return than Shea Weber, that's for sure. Duchesne Predators, 90% possibility. I'm not sure if it's that high of a possibility. I'd probably say about 70% though right now. And over the 91st overall pick, they end up taking Alexei Protas. Oh, okay. I've heard of him. Decent center, yeah, he'll be good. Though it's got a little bit of a risk-reward prospect. I could see that working out for Washington though, for sure. He's at age 18 too. Let's see. Free agency ads already. I mean, it's almost time, man. It's on the 1st, so who knows? I think my Jets should go after a forward who is still available. There's some decent guys, as Valentine Nussbaumer, I think, is still available. He should be good. When it comes to who's available, there's been some guys that have already been taken. Reese Newhook would be pretty good. Tuukka Tikksala would be also pretty good for them. Levi Alton will be a good player. Michael Gildon will be good for them too. But when it comes to like the high-end prospects, forward-wise, they've already pretty much been taken at this point. Imagine the Sens got Byram and added him to their D-core. That would have been insane, but they already have a bad GM and traded the pick away. It'd be like that sometimes, man. It'd be like that. Right now, though, we got 168 amazing people in this stream. Again, hopefully you guys are enjoying your time in this stream so far. Good to see every single one of y'all. So, of course, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. Where do you think Perry ends up? Honestly, Perry is interesting. I don't think there's a fit in Toronto for him. But I feel like there's a team, maybe potentially like Tampa, if they can sign him to a min-league deal, that will like him for a potential playoff run. He has some playoff experience, and obviously he's a Stanley Cup champion, so that could work out quite well. But yeah, when it comes to the Bruins, they have the next pick at number 92. And then after that, that's the 93rd pick. That's the St. Louis Blues. And we'll likely be putting on Franz, the moderator on the channel, onto the chat. He'll be able to talk to you guys, too, with me as well. We'll probably be talking together throughout the 4th round or something. That'll be pretty cool. Again, with the 4th round, there's some guys that I kind of don't really know too much, so he'll be on as well. 2nd round, well, we're on the 3rd round right now, about to end the 3rd round right now. Where do you think Jesse Puljujarvi is going? Honestly, the asking price is a third line forward, so I think he can go anywhere in this draft or anywhere in the NHL teams because he's the type of guy that yes will get traded, but who knows at this point? His value is probably an all-time low because people know that Edmonton will want to get him traded, so it is what it is. Right now, we're 2 likes away from 215, boys, and now the Boston Bruins end up selecting Quinn Olsen, left winger. He's at age 18. Now the St. Louis Blues end up with the 93rd overall pick. They'll end up selecting here. Let's see. Yeah, I'll update that right there. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear it or hear Franz when he comes on. I'll probably have him all on a Discord call or something. Why not? Why not at this point? But yeah, when it comes to the 4th round, again, I will be streaming until the 5th round ends, around like the 100. I think it's like the 121st pick or something like that. Right now, we're at 6,077 subscribers, boys. Almost at 6.8 subs. Let's get that going. If you haven't hit that subscribe button already, make sure you do so, boys. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Do you think Shane Gostisbehere will be traded? In this draft, I think so, Maxime. He's the type of guy that has been traded or in the trade rumors a lot of different times, so I could definitely see that happening. Do you think Hughes and Kakko are going to be playing this year? I think they will both be rookies in the NHL, yes. Kings got Kaliyev, let's go. Honestly, Ben, that is an amazing, amazing pick for them. But the St. Louis Blues end up going with goaltender Colton Ellis. Decent pick for them, I think, at number 93. And now the Ottawa Senators at the first pick of the 4th round. Wait a second, trade to announce? Trade to announce at number 94. Wait a second, France. Give me a second. Because now we got a trade to announce. I would assume Ottawa may be trading their pick. Trading their pick for some reason. Let's see here. Okay, looks like I think it's Ottawa trading their pick. Oh, okay, so we got a trade with players. So Tom Pyatt and 164 overall pick goes to the San Jose Sharks in exchange for Francis Perron and a 219 overall pick. So, I mean, it's players at least, but Tom Pyatt, like maybe the worst player in the NHL forward-wise, and Francis Perron, who I don't even know who he is. Sure. But we do have another trade to announce, apparently. He's still going up on the board, so it looks like we have something else to announce too. Let's see what happens here. I don't know. Maybe they're announcing the JT Miller trade. I'm not sure exactly. Let's see. They're announcing another trade here. Oh, okay. This is interesting. So is it the Vancouver Canucks going into 94? I think it might be. Or no, they already had that other trade. I mean, they might have been explaining it a little bit more. I'm not sure. Caufield, Suzuki will be sick. Honestly, that duo Liam will be insane. That will be awesome to watch. But again, that trade of Tom Pyatt, 164th overall pick for Francis Perron and a 215th overall pick. Not the biggest trade by any means. Not gonna lie. But now the Ottawa Senators in 94th overall pick. I'm going to quickly put Franz on the call, the moderator on the channel. Going to have him on the Discord call right there. So he'll be calling in. He'll be talking with me as we go through the 4th round probably. We might be ending a call like 4 at the 5th round or something. But again, I'll be streaming until the 5th round ends. But we'll be bringing Franz on, the Danish-born hockey fan on here. And I'll start the call right here. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear him. Hopefully. Because I can't really hear my computer right now. So if you are able to hear him, let me know. Let's see. Does Ottawa get back Duchesne or Spezza? We'll see. Honestly, when it comes to Duchesne, I don't think Duchesne's going back. I just don't see that happening. But I'm trying to hear my computer right now. I don't know if I can. I think I'm starting to call with friends. I think we're good. Let's see. Oh, I hear you.
Okay, good.
There we go. Can you guys hear friends? Can you guys hear friends? That'd be good.
I'm not being heard.
Yeah, Jordan Spence goes to LA, by the way, at number 95. I like that pick. But friends, to 164 people, you might as well introduce yourself, my man.
Thank you very much. My name is Frederick. I run the Minnesota Wild-based YouTube channel, which is basically, at this point, screaming at Paul Vinson, but he's done well too. Well, for the most part it has been, but to be honest, he's done well this draft, so I think there's going to be some positive draft videos, which is going to be nice to make again.
After you started ranting to Paul Fenton, now you're going to start apologizing to him.
I'm not going to apologize, but give credit where credit's due. You have to kind of look at each move as an individual move, so
yeah,
kind of that way. But
honestly, like Minnesota's draft, I think it's been okay. I mean, I've liked some of their draft moves. It hasn't been like the best by any means, but I do like it.
I feel like we assessed a lot of needs. We had a lot of forward needs. We needed goal scoring. We have assessed that really well, I feel. So, of course, I would have liked Caufield, but
yeah,
I don't mind Matthew Boldy at all with the 12th round pick.
Yeah, Matthew Boldy at number 12, I think is a pretty good deal. I think I'd have him like 11 or something, but like number 12 is pretty good too. I like that quite a bit.
And the thing that he can bring is, put him on a line with Kaprizov. He's a brilliant playmaker. He can pass the ball to a general sniper in Kaprizov. That line all of a sudden looks really, really solid if we can get somebody next draft as center that can really elevate that line.
Yeah, if you like retool as well next season and get like and especially next season where there is so many options forward-wise in the 2020 just crazy draft, That like imagine I don't want to get too excited, but Lafreniere with Kaprizov and Boldy.
But something like that would be, if we get Lafreniere, that line is already set, right? We have a first line. We don't need any more.
Kaprizov and Lafreniere would be insane, man. And also, Minimoo also asks you, who do you think is the biggest winner in the draft so far?
I would say LA. I actually think LA has been solid. They have had some really, really, really good draft all the way to the end.
Honestly, kind of like the Jordan Spence pick at number 95. They're getting a lot of value so far. I mean, Alex Turcotte at number 5. It just started off well. And when it came to the Bournefoot pick, it was okay. I think that was like I don't know if that was sort of their worst pick, but it was like their least value pick, I would say. But even then, that's still a decent pick for them. I kind of like what they've done so far for sure.
Exactly. I feel like they kind of... The only place where I feel LA is lacking in the prospect pool, if I look at them right now, it's goaltending. But again, there's still a few good goaltenders they can get in this draft, and they aren't exactly needing it with Jonathan Quick still capable of playing at least 3-4 years at this level. So
yeah, I know they drafted a goaltender in the 3rd round though. I think it was like I don't remember who his name was though. They were trying to go after a goaltender. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But
Carolina,
again,
yes.
I'm just happy to see
Carolina.
Turcotte being drafted so far. That's my draft saved.
Honestly, yeah. Carolina, though, as winner, I do agree with that, though, Minimoo. Carolina is awesome so far in this draft. I love what they do. Honestly.
Carolina's been sneaky good.
Yeah, they haven't gone with, like, any crazy picks or anything, but they're just making good move after good move after good move after good move. Besides the Kachetov pick, which is okay, I honestly, the rest of it has just been amazing, man.
Agreed, but you have like solid small moves that's just like this guy works well with the system. This guy can bring exactly what they need. It's a scary team all of a sudden, Carolina.
Honestly, yeah. Right now, well, by the way, 96 goes to Tace Thompson of the New Jersey Devils. Red Wings end up selecting Ethan Phillips. 97, the Coyotes are on the clock. 98. Carolina Hurricanes have another pick at 99. It feels like they've been picking like half of the draft. And Oilers at number 100.
I feel like what they've done is basically always trade down, though. With every pick they traded down and got 2 other picks, it's like...
They've been trading down, but still getting the same value of picks. It's insane, man. They've just been still... After trading down, still getting good pick after good pick after good pick.
Exactly.
Let's see. John Chayka had
I'm really hoping to see at the end somebody has drafted Jonathan Rundberg because... not Jonathan Rundberg. Jonathan Brankman from Aalborg. He's basically one of my little brother of a friend I have, so...
That'd be cool. Wait, so Logan, if that's true, report John Chayka and Victor Soderstrom ranked 3rd on the draft board. That is... pretty insane. That's pretty insane, but okay.
That's really high for him. I like Soderstrom. I think he's the most complete defenseman as it is right now in the draft.
Maybe.
Like that's why I feel like with Soderstrom, he's probably if you have like Broberg, who has probably the highest ceiling, but is far from a complete player at this point.
Yeah,
I'd say Soderstrom
sure.
was probably the most complete player that is.
Yeah, but even then, like, number 3 had a Turcotte, Byram, Cozens, Caufield. I mean, John Chayka sometimes is pretty insane, but that's, like, peak at that point.
Absolutely, but yeah, when I saw them go up, I was like, okay, what are you going for? Because I had no idea at this point, because John Chayka, you have, like, so many crazy ideas.
On our Habs winners of the draft. I think at the 15th overall pick, getting Cole Caufield. I think they are one of the winners. I don't think they're the winner solely of the draft, but Cole Caufield at number 15 is like the biggest win out of them all. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. Like after that, I feel like they gotten fine players, but it hasn't been exactly steals. I think they were serviceable, but it hasn't been something like Vegas, who randomly get
Pavel Dorofeyev, yes, baby.
Like something like that. Which is, where did that come from?
Yeah, honestly, like when it came to Montreal, they've been they're kind of like the poor man's version of Carolina. I think in this draft, where they're getting they got Cole Caufield number 15, but like when that comes to other picks, they're making decent moves, good moves, but like nothing anything groundbreaking. But I think if you add that all together, it'll be a decent draft for them for sure.
Absolutely. And I would say I'm still confused at that hour before, like just making food, all of a sudden it's like PK Subban has been traded.
Yeah. It's like, you started the draft with the Marleau trade, the PK Subban trade, and I'm like, okay, all these trades are going to happen today, and then nothing. At all.
It was all of a sudden like the draft, like it kind of peaked before the draft started, which was strange.
That's kind of insane to think about, right? By the way, for the last 3 picks, the Coyotes pick at number 898, Matthias Maselli. He's a pretty solid prospect. I had him at number 74, so that's a pretty good pick for them. Carolina ended up getting Cade Weber, defenseman. I have no idea who that is, not going to lie. But at number 100, Oilers ended up getting Matej Blimel, the right winger. Pretty sure he's playing in the USHL, so I'm pretty sure. Oh, by the way, Luke, Henry Fromm was just picked by Anaheim at number 101. Pretty good pick right there. I had him as my 62nd best prospect. Henry Fromm finally going in the draft, but just outside the top 100.
That's like really, really good. Like, I'm still having like a few players where I'm like, why is they not picked? Like, Spinterov, I think it's pronounced.
Spiridonov.
I'm surprised he hasn't been. Yeah, Spinterov. I'm shocked he hasn't been picked there. So I haven't like middle-ish, yes, but not this. I felt like he would have been picked before 100.
Yeah, honestly, like Patrick Monahan, I think he's the best prospect available. I had him at 48th overall. Him being outside the top 100, I think, is a little bit surprising, if I'm going to be honest.
Agreed.
And there's some other ones still available too. There's some of my top 75 guys like Michael Gildon, Jordan Spence was just picked right there. Livy Alton, and I'm very surprised still available. By the way, Vancouver has the 102nd overall pick, so they go next.
Yeah.
I will be streaming for the 5th round. I'll probably be done with the 5th round. And once I do that, I'll probably be making some videos after that. But yeah, I don't think I'll be here for the full draft.
I feel like that makes sense. Like I'm gonna watch the full draft, but because like on the side of things, I'm probably gonna have to make an article on PK Subban.
Yeah.
Honestly, make a video of it.
Like I probably won't know anybody that goes in the 7th round. At least I might know some names, but like I just don't think it's worth going to the 7th round because my voice is already starting to get bad at this point.
Just a little bit much. Hang on.
Let's see. Check the link. It's a Chenka link. Let me quickly say that because if that's confirmed, that's pretty interesting. So Matt Lehman and so Coyotes GM John Chenka says they had Victor Soderstrom ranked 3rd on their board. What the heck?
I'm gonna ask, do you as Arizona put Hughes or Kakko on that board though? It's so unrealistic you get him. Surely you almost don't put him on that?
I guess that's kind of a good, I think that's kind of a good point. I mean, yeah, I guess they never thought they'd get that. I guess that they're going by realistic picks, then that would be their draft board. But you would still think that they put those guys there, right? Never know.
How I would do it. Like, you know you're not gonna get Hughes. You know you're not gonna get Kakko.
Jack Hughes at 14th overall.
Yeah, like something like that. Unless you trade for him, like everyone knows you don't even need him on the board. If they're available, you pick him right away. Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like so I feel like what you would have on your board is like from 3rd to 15 because everyone could go into that area.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of weird though. Like, still Soderstrom at number 3. Even if you do take Jack Hughes and Kaapo Kakko out of there, still Soderstrom at number 3 is still kind of crazy.
Fully agree. I would have had Turcotte, Byram, way ahead of him. I would probably even have had Caufield, Boldy as well. I would have had him above something like that, but.
By the way, in that last couple of picks,
I guess outside Byram, he was probably going to be the best one.
Yeah, that's like still. Would they at that point would they have put Soderstrom over Byram or something crazy like that? I don't know.
Yeah.
In the last couple of picks, though, Buffalo at 102 gets Aaron Höglander, and then at 103 they get Mason Millman. Columbus on the clock now. I think this is Columbus' first pick finally. It's been about time.
They have had the pick and then they traded it, and then it was confusing. But
they just don't like picks right now, I guess. Why not?
Can I say that Mason Millman is, by the way, the best name of this draft so far?
Mason Millman sounds like something you'd hear like a name of a cartoon character or something.
Like Postman Pat clone or something like that. The Canadian version of that.
Why Rangers draftees? They already have enough rights. Well, when it comes to Rangers, I mean, I think they were looking at a few guys at number 20. Getting Jacob Trouba obviously is a good strengthening for their defense. But I think when it comes to their defensive prospect pool, they already got Keontae Miller. Nils Lundqvist is good, but you could also still add to that. You can kind of go where Ottawa's going, where you still have some amazing guys, but still go for some other guys. So I feel like New York's going for some more defensemen. That's still fine in my opinion.
That's an interesting pick, this one, actually, Eric Yours. He has a lot of potential, but I don't think anybody saw him being drafted this year. I actually thought that they wanted to see more of him in the Super Elite.
Yeah. And by the way, Michael Tepley going to the Chicago Blackhawks, that is a pretty great pick for them. I had him as my 75th best prospect. Tepley's a pretty underrated prospect, and going to Chicago, that's a pretty good one for them for sure.
I feel like Minnesota don't need wingers anymore, which is why I wouldn't have considered him anymore. I would like a center, but he's an odd defender.
Jaden, what do you think about Dustin Wolf, goalie from the WHL? I think he's the third best goaltending prospect in this draft. He still hasn't gotten picked yet, which I'm still surprised by. There's been so many goaltending prospects that have been kind of reached on in this draft so far, and I'm surprised Dustin Wolf hasn't been one of them.
I think the goaltending pool this year has been really, really deep, honestly. I think you have Spencer Knight, which was the clear-cut number one of those, but I felt like there was 5 guys afterwards that literally had all the talent to be picked in the second round.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, there's always some goaltenders that end up going in the second round, even though they probably don't deserve it. Last year was I think it was Lindblom or something to the Rangers. That was a weird pick. But there's always seems to be those kind of goaltenders that go that high.
Yeah.
Tepley, yes, but agreed, he is a good pick at 105 for sure. Any more trades? No, we have not seen any more trades because we can't have anything good. We've seen some news on Kasperi Kapanen, some Mitch Marner stuff, but there's been a couple of tweets by Pierre LeBrun on Marner, but it's not been anything major, to be honest.
It's I think about goalie LA picked. What's that?
I have no idea who he is, I'm going to be honest. I forgot his name. Now, Pierre LeBrun ended up saying...
Who was it they got? Is it about remembering all the picks? It's kind of... I'm trying to use Cap Friendly for that, but...
Does Cap Friendly even have it up now? I don't think they have their contracts
yet.
Yeah,
they update pretty quickly. Oh, Lucas Parak.
Republic. There you go.
He's okay. He's been... I wouldn't say he's the best one. I would have picked Dustin Wolf before him.
Yeah, especially in the third round. I just don't really see that as a good pick.
He's not bad. He was okay in the under-18s juniors, and I think that's why he got picked, was because he had a decent run there. But
yeah, by the way, Dallas has the 111th pick. We are 4 picks away from that. I am hyped, baby, to get somebody that will never play in the NHL. I love it. Pierre LeBrun also tweeted, "There's goes without saying, but I feel like I should anyways. Obviously, if talks progress at the least before Wednesday, I doubt the Marner camp would want to get serious with another team or with other teams. Really depends what things are in a few days." So again, that Marner situation is kind of weird. There's been a lot of weird reports that the negotiations are awkward and that there's nothing progressing or anything, and that's kind of still reminding me of William Nylander. It's kind of going down that situation. Obviously, it wasn't the greatest for the Leafs in that William Nylander situation where he ended up getting paid a lot of money. But when it comes to Mitch Marner, again, I still think if he wants to go sign with another team, he should. Get those 4 first-round picks, baby. I would like that if I'm Toronto, not going to lie.
It's back to the Nylander thing. It's completely the same thing again, where it's weirdly businessy all of a sudden. It's you can't. It just becomes a mess. Those RFA situations all the time.
Yeah. By the way, the last few picks, Columbus got Eric Forf. I have no idea how to say his name. Florida got Carter Berger, I think. Yeah, Berger. Berger, not Burger. Coyotes ended up getting Alexander with no E. Alexander and an R, so no E for some reason. Darren. That's interesting. And that says the Sharks are on the clock, and the Predators, and the Golden Knights, and the Stars. I'm good. Those are some good names, though. Berger and then Alexander, basically. And
Well,
yeah, Logan, I would love Marshall
Let's see,
Warren.
who's he? Because I feel like I've wrote about the Russians. I should kind of. Oh, this guy. He's not too bad. He's a good big center from what I remember. Or small center. Sorry, he's like a speedy center.
Oh yeah.
It was.
But yeah, I had
Russia had a lot of guys I needed to look up. There was a lot of guys that was like I had to narrow it down to the top 4.
Yeah, they all kind of all sound the same.
Yeah, and they sound the same, and it also kind of reminds you of the same kind of player. All of them plays in like the MJHL, which is their juniors.
Yeah, Marshall Warren is the best prospect in my opinion still available. I had him at 43. If Dallas could get him at 111, I would love that. By the way, San Jose does pick Igor Spiridonov, so they do go after that Russian right there.
What's important to me? Like I feel like this is where like Russians normally go. A lot of Russians usually go in like the 4th, 5th round. Oddly enough.
Yeah.
It's kind of where I think a lot of people kind of go, okay, we need to kind of gamble a little bit because the chance of getting a safe NHL player here is a little bit lessened.
Yeah.
You might as well gamble for somebody like Panarin or Kaprizov
Yeah.
who can become really good randomly. That's kind of how we got Kaprizov. We took him in the 5th round, sorry.
Yeah.
A little bit out of nowhere.
Now Vegas is on the clock. Nashville ended up picking Mark Del Gazo, which is very interesting. I like that name. Marner got traded to Ottawa for 2020 for... Be quiet. No, that is not happening.
That would be interesting.
That would be hilarious. I don't think Eugene Melnick would ever do that, though, because he has to actually pay Mitch Marner. That's the big thing. He actually pay Mitch Marner like $10 million for that to actually happen there.
Didn't he say that this was a rebuild, so that's why he didn't want to pay, but once he needed to, he would, or something random?
Yeah. Toronto has no defense. Basically, the best quote ever. We're going to have a sum in 10 minutes. Oh, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so. And also subscribe to friends if you haven't. Great YouTube channel for a while.
I could put my channel in the chat, I guess. If you want.
Yeah, do that if you can. You'll go subscribe to friends if you haven't. Yeah, they're now sharing the JT Miller trade. Finally, it only took like forever to actually get that going, but yeah, they officially announced the JT Miller trade in Vancouver, which is interesting.
I'm still okay with that trade. I feel like JT Miller is a bit underrated in Tampa because he's being outshined by Stamkos, by Kucherov. He's a little bit underrated, I feel, because of that. So I think that's a good trade, honestly.
I mean, you kind of had no chance to shine in Tampa when you have those superstars, though. With JT Miller being gone, I'm kind of a big fan of it for Tampa because you get rid of that cap space, you get a 1st round pick back, and you have the cap space now to go after a guy like Brandon Point and actually re-sign him. If you don't have JT Miller, if you have JT Miller still on the cap and you are trying to re-sign Brandon Point, I think it's a much harder task, but now with him gone, you can give him also more ice time too. I feel like that's a good trade for Tampa. And obviously Vancouver gets a lot stronger with it too.
For sure. Like there's more flexibility. I would be surprised if they don't try and get either Panarin or Matt Duchene.
Honestly, Matt Duchene in Tampa, oh my gosh, I would love that.
No, I thought you were talking about Predators. Sorry.
Oh, Predators. I mean, Predators could still go with Duchene. By the way, Vegas ends up picking Ryder Donovan, which means the Dallas Stars are on the clock, baby. 111th overall, the 2nd pick of the draft for us. Finally, it's about time.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you.
Honestly, I would love Marshall Warren. I would love it. Maybe Levi Altonen too, but we're probably gonna take some no-name. Nolan Donovan, Nolan Tracy, I don't know, some WHL random guy.
I'm kind of interested in what you could pick here. Like, where's your needs at this point?
Michael Gilden, the Plano-born... Oh, come on. They had the chance to draft the Plano-born guy, Michael Gilden, who I think is the 65th best prospect in this draft, still available, and they draft Samuel Suland. Okay. I don't know who that is. Do you?
Let me just. I think he's a Swedish defenseman, but
yeah,
again, he's not one of those that's brings to mind when you think of the Swedish defenseman?
He's American / Swedish. He's HIFK or HIK at the Allsvenskan. 18 years old defenseman. He had 15 points in 31 games. It looks like he's a pretty. He was just newly turned 18 in May, so he's not that old. He's the type of guy that might be a little bit of a project, but that's fine, I guess. That's cool.
And he probably played like. He looks all right from what he is, but like from his stats at least. But you can determine it about nothing from stats. But like he has decent stats. He has played with the Swedish national teams a little bit. I would think if he can develop, he could be a fun little player to get. He
looks solid.
But
and he doesn't look Swedish either. He looks a lot more American than he does Swedish. I'll show it on the stream right here. I'll show his picture. He doesn't. He kind of looks like Japanese or something. He doesn't look Swedish in my opinion.
He looks a little bit like he was a part of the Suzuki family.
A little bit.
Actually, but now he has been kind of a teammate with Broberg though. So that's.
Oh yeah, good point.
That could be interesting to
He's
see.
He's carrying Broberg.
I feel like AK has some pretty decent like defenders and coaches when it comes to defending. So it's not the worst team he is at. I like AK despite them having some hardship in the SHL and going down to the Allsvenskan.
Yeah.
They definitely aren't the worst place to be as a prospect because they know how to develop. Their junior team is brilliant, so not too bad.
Now for the last couple of picks, NYR picks Hunter Skinner, defenseman, at 112. Henry Nikkanen gets picked by Jets at 113. Dmitry Voronakov gets picked 114 by the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the Maple Leafs are now on the clock at 115th overall. Logan, your Kells on Discord. I think friends can also agree that the Discord is great. Join it if you haven't, boys.
Discord is good. I think there's a link down in the
in the stream.
Where you can go in. Become a part of the Discord if you want. Definitely recommend it.
Ottawa would never trade Eric Brandstrom. I mean, I would agree, though they have traded an Eric defenseman before.
Well, it depends on what they become because but again, it's always that you cannot see a star player leave on you end up in a hole of cap situation, or you end up in a situation where you need to rebuild. Then the star player all of a sudden needs trading.
Yeah. Alex, by the way, I am talking to Frederick Franz, one of the mods on the channel. There you go.
Jonathan, talk about Jonathan Brinkman. Well, good small player actually. He's not that big, but he plays a lot bigger than he is. He's a little terrier to be honest. He really likes.
Big news, Leafs are closing in on a 4-year extension with Andreas Janssen, likely between $3.25 million and $3.5 million.
Whoa,
okay, I like that.
It's a good thing, but that's a lot of money.
I think Janssen is worth that now, though. I still think there's room to improve in his game for sure. And you get a guy that is still young. And at 3.5, if it is 3.5, I still think it's a little bit expensive for him. But that's 4 years. I mean, still that's a risk to give. But I think Janssen has a lot of energy in him. And if you give him more time to really develop, I think he can be fantastic. Top guy for them for sure.
You got Byram, not too bad either.
Alex, where's that guy from? His accent is like he's from England.
Denmark.
Yeah, not England.
But thank you. I'll take that as a compliment, honestly.
But yeah, Mikhail Abramov, pretty solid pick by the Maple Leafs, I think, for sure.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not great, but I like that. Abramov's pretty solid.
To be honest, at this stage, it's like you take a little bit what you can get. It's not gonna be the most obvious stars that's left at this point.
All the guys that were like slipping past the first round are taken by now, thankfully.
Yeah, exactly. Like the latest really really high profile pick that was almost like chalked into a first round pick was the biggest pick. I cannot pronounce his name.
I mean, there's been some decent picks so far in the fourth, but like not anybody that's contending for that first round, I wouldn't think. Yeah, Andreas Johnson is close to re-signing, which is big news, and I really do like that deal for Toronto. Though again, that's 4 or more years of him. I do like Johnson quite a bit, so it is a little bit of a bias towards me. But again, I like that deal. If it's 3.5, yes, a little bit of expensive pick, but I still think it's worth that for sure.
For sure, he's worth it, but it is one of those where I go with the Leafs situation. I know they just shed a Marleau's cap.
Mm-hmm.
You look at this now. They basically used it to sign Kapanen and Andreas Johnson, which I would say is a great deal, but you still end up a little bit with the Marner situation. The defense is still not the greatest. Still a little bit. I think I would have preferred that to be a little bit lower, but
yeah,
I might also be greedy.
Honestly, yeah, it is what it is, though. I like if you were gonna sign, he is an RFA still, but I think you give the money to that type of guy. I mean, he kind of proved himself a little bit in the time he played this season. If he gets more ice time, I think he'll be great for them.
Oh, for sure.
Let's see. That's right. I'm Ottawa fan, and our D is really nice. She bought Brandstrom, CC, and Bernard Docker. I don't think CC's that nice, but the other guys are pretty decent. The other guys are pretty good.
Well, there was a scary rumor I saw once, which was Nikolai Ehlers was about to get traded for Cody Ceci, and I was very, very confused at the thinking at that point.
If that happened, that would have been the funniest trade of all time.
Like that, I would have been so confused at that. Although then Ottawa would have 2 Aalborg guys, when they would automatically have been the favorite team in Denmark.
Seabrook just traded to Florida. I don't know about that, but okay.
God, he's not from Denmark. Yes, I am.
Yeah, there's no Seabrook trade. Get out of here.
Danish.
There's nothing on Florida. There's no Seabrook trade. Get out of here, Johnny. Get out of here. Let's see. Yeah, we got Hot Take Hawk in here. They're going to be pretty good. Let's see. Yes, if you haven't subscribed to our friends, make sure you do so. Brands just said he was from Denmark, Alex. He just said it.
I can try and talk Danish for like 5 seconds if you want to make me prove it.
Yeah, honestly, he said it like 3 different times. I'm kidding, right on. I mean, I just needed to check, Johnny. You got me. You made me look, which I commend. That is a good effort by you. You made me look, but still.
Almost as good as when I got Luke and YouTube tweet randomly. I was not expecting you to tweet that, but...
Honestly, or let me see. Hello, how's it going, Owen? Good to see you in the chat. By the way, for the last couple of picks, Lucas Fuchs goes to Calgary. Semyon Chiskakov, Chistyakov goes to Nashville. Case McCarthy, which is a pretty solid pick going to New Jersey. Kim Nusainen goes to LA at number 119. Tampa's on the clock at 120. Carolina's 121, and Vancouver's 122. Let's see. I go Blues. Against Boston, yes, I do agree, but not against the Dallas Stars. You're the better team. Do not me. Yeah, join the Discord if you haven't. Agreed, Lauren. Agreed right there. Yeah. So
again, LA. That's probably the first one I haven't known from LA.
Nusainen. I know
Chistyakov.
Chistyakov. Yeah, so Bob McKenzie says the Kapanen and Janssen deals are now being put in place, so probably going to be happening, I guess, finalized, but we'll see if that happens before the Marner contract. We'll see. How are LA Kings doing? Veppin, I think the LA Kings are having an amazing, amazing draft. They've been so good, man.
I would put LA as my winners of the draft so far, so that's a good sign.
Honestly, that's I think they have to be top 3 at least. They have so much going for them right now. Honestly, it's pretty insane. They've just been amazing so far. And especially with Alex Turcotte at number 5, I like that quite a bit. What round is it? Right now we're in the 4th round.
I think I'm interested to see what Carolina does now, because they've had great pick after great pick as well. Ooh,
Tuukka Texela, I like that. That's my 72nd best prospect. I like that.
They have really, really done well.
Yeah, man. This is a great draft for Carolina. They've traded again, like we said earlier. They've been trading down, but still have been getting excellent picks, man. It's been good for them.
Sure, like that. They've been smart with their picks. I like what they've done. I like what LA have done. I feel like they are the 2 that won the draft. There have been others that had a good draft, but none like those.
Honestly, like it's been pretty. I feel like with Carolina, they got a good mix of forward and defense too. By the way, Ethan Kapanen going to Vancouver, which I do like that pick too. He was with Flint. He's a pretty younger player, and I feel like his offensive potential is pretty good. He wasn't in my top 75, but I do like him too, to be honest.
I should really before I leave, I should really switch over to a Danish accent just for a second.
Yeah.
Just so I can confirm I'm actually Danish.
Very. By the way, and Tony Honka went to the Carolina Hurricanes. Another great pick by them. Love that one.
I'm feeling like LA won the draft. Carolina is the second, and then I would have Vancouver or I would have Colorado as my.
Colorado's up there. Oh, by the way, solid pick by the Chicago Blackhawks. Antti Sorella going 123rd overall. He's the guy that put up a lot of points in the league. There's some concerns over his top-end skill, but he is a producer so far. We'll see if he develops well, but that's a decent pick, I would say, for Chicago, for sure.
That's not bad at all. I think I wrote about him as well. He was one of those players where I saw him fall to the middle, maybe even late, 5th round. So it's a bit of a reach from what I was expecting, but that's a good pick. He was one of the players I saw being a gem.
Canes are now officially Team Finland. Right now it's looking like that, man. Especially if they offer sheet like Patrick Laine or something, that'd be cool.
There is him, and then there is Jets. They're also kind of developing into Team Finland at this point.
Fig Newton, Shane Pinto going to Ottawa. What's your thoughts on that? I think it's a decent pick. When it comes to Pinto, I don't think he should be like a top 50 prospect, but I do like Pinto's overall value. He could be a guy that ends up being a second line guy for Ottawa if he does develop right. I like that pick. It's not great. It's not bad. It's definitely unexpected. I expect him to go after a guy like Lavoie, but I mean I'm welcome to that. I think Ottawa makes a decent pick there for sure.
It's not too bad, no. Like, it leaves us kind of... For what they have done all right. They made a really weird first pick, but again, with Nicholas Robertson, that is brilliant.
Yeah, Nicholas Abruzzese... how do you pronounce that? Abruzzese?
Abruzzese, I think. Abruzzese.
Abruzzese?
Actually, not sure. I think it's Abruzzese. That's all I will pronounce.
Abruzzese, if it is that is one of the best names ever. I like that pick, though, for Toronto, actually. He's a very solid USHL player, and I do like his talent level, for sure.
It's a great name. Still not as good as Mason Millman. Still not as good.
I mean, you can't beat Mason Millman. Let's be real here. You can't beat that.
That's still my favorite name of the draft. Mike Kaskalich.
Oh yeah, so yeah, Kasperi Kapanen did sign a contract extension, APO. It was for like 3. It was basically the same kind of deal, 3 years, 3.5, similar to what's his name? Similar to Janssen. I like that deal for sure for Toronto if they get it done. Of course, I'm thinking for the contract it'll be good. But we're pretty much into the 5th round, and again, I put Franz on this stream just to get a little bit of a Danish feel, even though some of you guys are making fun of his accent and calling him English or something.
Something like that. Apparently,
I don't know. Either way, if you haven't subscribed to France, yeah.
But yeah.
If you haven't subscribed to France, make sure you do so. You should probably put your links on or another time in the chat. Yeah. But again, if you haven't subscribed to France, make sure you do so. Amazing guy, amazing Wild fan, one of the best Wild fans. Even though I don't know too many Wild fans.
Well, all Danish people, so that's a different one.
I mean, yeah, both ways, kind of right. So again, thanks so much for coming by, France. I appreciate it.
Thank you for letting me have you. If you want, we can do something at the free agency if you are willing to do that. That'd be interesting.
Maybe I'll probably have some people on for sure.
Yeah, but you'll text me if you want, and we can talk about that later. But
yeah, again, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me, man. Again, good luck to your Wild. Hopefully, Matthew Boldy does not suck for them.
he will be good, I think. I'm interested in seeing what we're gonna do with the later picks, but for now, I'm liking what we've done, and I can't be too mad. So. I'm happy either way. But thanks for having me. Thanks to the chat for taking so kindly against me. And I'll see you guys in the chat as well.
All right, see ya, Franz. All right, so Franz coming by the stream. Thankfully, it was for like the I think it was for like basically the 4th round. I'm probably gonna go until like the 100 and probably like 40th or something pick. Let's say this. I'm going to go until the 150th pick. Once we get to 150, I'll end the stream, and then I'll probably be making some videos on the PK Subban stuff, the JT Miller stuff, and all that. But again, if you have not subscribed to France, make sure you do so. Excellent wild content as well. So I definitely do appreciate him coming on. Absolutely right there. So, of course, for the last couple of picks, we had Cole Brady going to New Jersey at 127, Jacob Laguerriere at number 28 or 126 to Montreal. There was Ottawa picking Mark Kastelik. Pretty solid pick for them at 125. I like that. But right now we got 130 amazing people in this stream. Again, hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream, enjoying the day so far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed friends coming by the chat. Excellent, excellent. Of course, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so, boys. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you do so as well. We're on the road to 6.7K subscribers, so join the squad, boys. Definitely is appreciated. But again, having Franz on, I think it was the second time we had Franz on the stream, and it was excellent. Good to have him come by. But again, I probably will be streaming until the 150th pick, and once we get that done, I'll be making some videos tonight. Let's see. But yeah, nothing much on the news, and instead of the Kapanen and Janssen contracts. That's pretty much been the only thing that's been like news-worthy like the last couple of hours. Unfortunately, we haven't seen a lot of trades in the last few hours right now, which sucks. But right now, we are 3 likes away from 225 likes. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do so, boys. The support in this stream has absolutely been insane. Absolutely. Means my language in English is great. I mean, honestly, for a Danish-born guy, friends, your English is pretty freaking insane. Like, it's pretty good, not gonna lie. Right now, we're 80 subscribers away from 6.8K. Almost there, which is just insane, boys. That would be insane if we get that done. Let's see. All right, what else does an NJ need to be a legit contender? Assuming they re-sign Hall, gonna think they are about set now. When it comes to New Jersey, I feel like with beginning guy like a name like PK Subban, that'll definitely entice Taylor Hall to stay there. I think PK Subban is the guy they get. It might depend on the season there, but PK Subban going there, whether or not they're a contender, I think will be an excellent thing for Taylor Hall to eventually re-sign there, I think. Do the Rangers make any trades? No, Andrew. They have not made any trades since the Jacob Trouba trade. Not yet. Right now, the next few picks are Detroit at 128, New Jersey at 129, New York Rangers at 130, and Montreal at 131. Let's see. I never heard a Danish person who speaks English that good. Honestly, like, that's pretty rare, right? Pretty rare. For your Devils jersey on. Nah, I mean, the Red Wings are on the clock right now, so I can't do that. Lawson Lavoie, Jonah, welcome to the stream. I see you're an Oilers fan. I want to know something about Lavoie. When it comes to Lavoie, I personally am not the biggest fan of him, so I'm a little bit of a Lavoie hater, as people kind of say to me. But I think he has decent puck skills. He has a lot of physicality. He has a lot of drive, and he uses that in his game. But when it comes to his skating, I think it's pretty lackluster, pretty dry. I feel like when it comes to his overall potential, I really don't see him being a top 6 guy. I see him as likely a third liner for Edmonton, but that's okay. He doesn't have to be this amazing prospect. That's why he kind of dropped back down to the second round, I feel, is that some teams kind of were worried about him and his overall game. But having him at number 38, I think is a decent pick for Edmonton, and he likely should be a decent player for them for sure. Really hoping Schneider bounces back to his irritation, or an international play suggests he might. He was decent for USA. He wasn't great, but I feel like with Schneider, if you can have him bounce back, that'll be pretty good for them. And Detroit ends up picking Cooper Moore, defenseman, at 128. And again, I'm liking that pick for Ottawa. Mark Kastelik, I do like that for sure for them. He's a little bit of an interesting pick. I think he's a little bit underrated for sure. What happens with the Hawks besides Dach? They've had a few picks. Let me quickly go over them, because they've had some good picks, not going to lie, especially in the last couple of rounds. They've been sneakily good. Let me quickly see their picks right here. So they got Antti Zurella with the 123rd pick, which I think is pretty good. Michael Tepley is a very solid pick there as well. Again, at 105, that's pretty good. Alex Vlasic, pretty solid guy that can definitely help them defensively. That was their 43rd pick right there. Of course, they ended up making the trade for John Quinville and John Hayden. That was, I think, an okay trade for Chicago. And of course, before that, they ended up trading, or ended up selecting Kirby Dach number 3. I think overall they've had a decent draft, pretty good one. Probably one of the better ones out of this draft so far. Smash, subscribe, Mini-Moo. I agree. Smash, subscribe if you haven't, boys. Make sure you do so. Trade, stop being cheap. Sorry, I'm Mr. Krabs. Yeah, looks like we did see a trade. Looks like the New York Rangers end up getting the, I think it was the, what was it? I don't remember. They have the 130th pick, though, right now. Let's see, Ottawa wake up. Oh, I thought you were talking to me for a second. By the way, Levi Aaltonen is finally off the board, going to the New York Rangers at 103. Amazing pick for the New York Rangers. I had him as my 66th best prospect in the draft. That is a great pick for the New York Rangers, getting an excellent steal. 130, a great pick for them for sure. Is Jaden Struble a good pick? Naturally, the Canadians ended up getting him, I'm pretty sure, in the second round, right? I think he is a decent pick. I did kind of expect him to rise that much. I had him as my 61st best prospect in the draft, but when it comes to Struble, if it feels high on potential, I think he could be an excellent offensive defenseman in the NHL someday. A top 4 guy likely, and that is a pretty solid pick for them for sure. Let's see. Is there any way or any well-known goons that have been drafted this draft? I don't know if there's been any goons, per se. Brett Leeson fights a couple of times, I think. I don't think there's been a guy that's been, like, rough and tumble, though, that I know of, like, actually. Though, probably the biggest rough and tumble guy that, like, hits physically and does stuff like that is Alvin Greavy. He went to Detroit at 66. I feel like that's a guy that has a lot of physicality to his game, adds a lot of that. He might not be fighting or anything, throwing hands too much, but I think that'll be decent. And with the 131st overall pick, the Canadians end up selecting Rhett Pitlick. Pretty solid pick right there. I do like that one. He was close to getting into my top 80, but I do like Pitlick. He should be pretty solid for them. I like that one. How I feel about Nathan Legare? He's one of my favorite prospects in the draft, Brayson. He has an excellent shot, has fantastic effort level and skill. I feel like he'll be a guy that, when it's all said and done, is a very underrated prospect for a lot of different people. I feel like when it comes to his game, he might not have first line potential, but I think he will be a top 6 guy, to be honest. Anaheim is on the clock. Yes, they have 132nd overall pick, and then it's Vancouver, Winnipeg, and Vegas. By the way, I'll be going to 150 picks. Once we're done with the 150, I'll be ending this stream. So, of course, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. Right now, 1 like away from 225. Let's get that done. Let's go, baby. Let's go. What position should the Jets take? I think it should be forward. They've drafted a lot of defensemen so far in this draft. I think they should take a forward at this point. Grav, are you okay? I don't know. Am I okay? Let's see. Will they pick someone Finnish goalie? I don't know if there's a lot of Finnish goalies in this draft. Thoughts on Vancouver picking up JT Miller? I just joined not too long ago. Wayne, welcome to the stream, my man. Good to see you come by. I think it's a decent trade for Vancouver. Trading that first round pick is going to be very, very risky, but it'll depend. I feel like with Vancouver, though, getting JT Miller is a good one for them. Yeah, Anaheim did buy out Corey Perry, which was pretty big news. I do like it, though. That makes me like Anaheim a lot more, if I'm going to be honest. Let's see. JT Miller is now a Canuck. Yes, he is. Should be a very solid ad for Vancouver. I would expect for him to maybe be that third-line center for them that gets a lot of power play time, though maybe he ends up going as a wing. Who knows there? Though those should have some options with JT Miller there for sure. Yeah, so Vancouver takes Carson Foch. I think it's Fiat. Pretty sure. Do you think we have picked Turcotte, or do you think we should have picked Turcotte over Dach? I would have taken Turcotte, but Dach is a great player. In my personal opinion, Jay, I think Turcotte is the better player than Dach, but Dach, I think, has first-line potential too. He's the type of guy that if he fixes skating and consistency issues, could have one of the highest ceilings in this NHL draft, and I feel like that's lowballing him a little bit. He has excellent puck skills, excellent offensive potential, and I can see why Chicago did pick him, but he's not going to be NHL ready, so I'm going to expect that to be the case for him. Let's see. Katy Perry. Katy Perry drafted 135th overall by the Vegas Golden Knights. Imagine. Does Lakeinen have NHL team? Veppin, and I'm pretty sure he's with the Chicago Blackhawks. Pretty sure as a backup goalie. I would assume he's the backup goalie for next year for Chicago. That would be pretty cool. Hopefully, after that amazing World Championships, he ends up getting a chance. By the way, right now, Vegas is on the clock with the 135th overall pick, and it goes Florida back-to-back picks, 136 and 137, and then Montreal 136. So, of course, if you have any questions about this NHL draft, let me know down in the chat, boys. I'm happy to answer it right now. Right now, we are 16 subscribers away from 6,800 subscribers. If you haven't joined the sub squad, make sure you do so, boys. Greatly appreciated, 100%. Let me quickly, let's see. Hi, Mini, Turcotte. Honestly, like, Turcotte out of the two, I think if you get Turcotte, LA, I think, is obviously laughing. I think they got a great pick at number 5 for sure. Let's see. Will they draft Turcotte's dad? Alfie Turcotte? Maybe. I think Penn's got a steal. Honestly, Poulin and Kaliyev, I think are great picks. Sidney Crosby goat. I like that name, by the way. But honestly, both of those guys, I think are going to be great Penguins for sure. Poulin, especially, I think is a great Penguin. Kaliyev, I think, will be fantastic alongside guys like Sidney Crosby. That'll be disgusting for them, 100%. Still in Denmark, so not too far of a journey at all. Yeah. What's Spencer's contract looking like? I would probably say around $7 million, maybe 7.5 if it goes that far. But I feel like Besser will take a more of a team-friendly contract if he does end up signing one. Hey, sup? How's it going? Thomas Peters, good to see you come by the chat, my man. Welcome, for sure. Right now, we're getting 119 amazing people in this stream. Again, I'll be going until I'm pick 150. So, again, hopefully I'll see you there for the actual one. But again, when it comes to this draft, it's been a little bit interesting since we've seen basically no trades whatsoever. Vegas does pick Isaiah Savali, 135th goaltending prospect. He's a little bit of a high goaltending prospect. I don't really like him too much, but I mean, goaltending was a little bit of an issue for Vegas. If they can get that, that'll be good for them. So, of course, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. 4 likes away from 130. Let's get that done. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's see. What will be next team for Jesse Puljujarvi? Honestly, I think the Carolina Hurricanes have been very active, and I think they will be the team to step up to Edmonton and get that type of guy. They love their fans, as they should. I feel like that's a good fit there. Arnie BC just subscribed. Thanks so much, my man. Sperry Kapanen, Kiss Skip, and the Wink. I love it right there. Welcome to the Sub Squad, my man. Great to have you right there. Michael Tepley and Antti Cirelli are really good. Yeah, Brian, I think those two guys are very good picks for the Chicago Blackhawks, for sure. Guys that will likely be NHL players in the future. And if you get those guys in the 4th and 5th round, that is definitely good deals for them. What do you think about Dallas Eakins? Zach, of course, new coach for the Anaheim Ducks. I think it is a very underrated hire. He's a guy that was the NHL coach for the terrible Edmonton Oilers team in 2013, but he was given a terrible team to coach. It wasn't like he had much of a choice there. And when it came to Dallas Eakins, he was fantastic with the San Diego Gulls, turning them into a fantastic team year out and year in. And if you like with the Anaheim Ducks, you'll have the same type of effect. He's solid with the young guys. I feel like that's the type of guy that you would love to have on a team. And he's the type of guy that's, I feel like, will change the Anaheim Ducks quite greatly. By the way, I just want to say that Marshall Warren, I don't think has been picked yet. I still don't think he's been picked. Has he been picked yet? Or am I just, like, missing something? Because I think has he not been picked? I don't know if he's been picked yet. I don't think, apparently, yeah, this is weird. This is weird. I still don't know why Marshall Warren hasn't been picked. He's my 42nd prospect or whatever it might be in my draft rankings. He is falling quite a lot, isn't he? What about Cole Caufield? Him and Tice, I think is a fantastic prospect. Getting him at number 15 for Montreal, I think is a fantastic deal for them. Probably the steal of the draft, or at least one of the steals of the draft. Will Chicago be good next season? Sorry, this question was already asked. Hey, Jay, no problem about that. Good to see you ask that, and good to see me, or good to see my answer to that. But when it comes to Chicago, though, they're going to be interesting next season. I feel like the defense will kind of hold them back again, but I can see them being competitive just like they were this past season. Not as inconsistent, but still good. I don't feel like Chicago will make the playoffs, but I think they will be pretty close this time around. Let's see. Thoughts on Harley Thomas, the best player in the draft? Don't at me. I wish Kaliyev went to Pittsburgh. I mean, he did, Brayson. He did. It's fantastic pick, man. I thought a team like LA at 22 would get him, but they got him in the 2nd round. Fantastic. Wait, no. Oh, no, Nathan Legare. Wait a second. Nathan Legare was the Pittsburgh guy. What am I talking about? Kaliyev went to... Where did Kaliyev go? Why did I say Kaliyev? I don't know why I said Kaliyev, but Legare on Pittsburgh will be amazing. Let me see this. Where did Kaliyev go? I'm forgetting now. I'm forgetting, basically. Oh, yeah, it was LA at 33. I don't know why I said Arthur Kaliyev. I meant Nathan Legare. Are they at 142 yet? Not yet. Right now, it was a couple of Florida picks. Henrik Rabitsky going to 136. 137 was Owen Lindmark. Now the Montreal Canadiens are on the clock at 138. And that goes Vegas, Colorado, and then Vegas. Vegas with a lot of picks in this 4th round right now. Do you think Landon Eggenberger will get drafted? I think he should, Frederick. I feel like the upside in him is very good. The talent he has is awesome. By the way, Montreal drafted the goaltender, Frederick Nissen-Ditchow. What? Frederick Nissen-Ditchow. Okay. I have no idea who that is. I'm going to look this guy up now. Frederick Nissen. Wait. Frederick. Okay, Frederick. There we go. Frederick Nissen. Oh, no, I'm spelling it wrong now. This is sad. Frederick. Wait, yeah. Frederick Nilsson. Nissen. There we go. Frederick Ditchow. Oh, so he's a Danish-born goaltender. Oh, okay. He's Danish-born. That's awesome. That is awesome, man. 18 years old, 6'5", drafted in the 5th round. He in the D1A World U18 World Juniors put up a 922 save percentage, which is quite good. He didn't really play any season stats, but he did play in the World Juniors. Played a couple of international games, but not a great sample size of him. He's a little bit of a risk, obviously. But a Danish-born goaltender, Frederick Ditchow, getting drafted in the 5th round. That's a pretty great story. I don't know where the Nissen came in. I don't know why NHL Network has it up there, but okay, why not? His stats good. Again, he only played in the U18s and in the international play. So, I mean, his U18 stats are pretty decent for sure. Grav, who the Blues drafted so far, and other good picks. I think the first pick they had was Nikita Alexandrov at 62, which I think is a great pick for them, Andrew. Honestly, like, Alexandrov has a lot of potential offensively. I think that will be a good pick for them for sure. Right now, though, we are 11 subscribers away from 6.8K. Let's get there, boys. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you do so, boys. Absolutely appreciate it. You guys have been absolutely insane. By the way, Vegas also the 139th pick gets Marcus Keelan Kelly, I think. I don't even know. Who do you think would be the steal in the 7th round? There's some decent guys. I feel like a guy like Michael Gildon, who's still available. I have him ranked as the 65th best prospect. He could be a guy that ends up dropping quite a bit. You got Marshall Warren, who is still available somehow, I think. I just don't know why he is. Let's go. I subscribe him, and thanks so much for that, my man. Absolutely appreciate it. You'll get the Grav kiss right there. Absolutely appreciate it, my man. Good to see you come by and join the sub squad for sure. Thoughts on Blue Jackets? Only pick so far. They've had I think they've had like a couple of 4th and 5ths. Nothing too major. From what I've seen, I haven't liked their picks so far. Let's see. Let me see. I Google every prospect every day and I've never heard of this guy. I mean, I'm kind of the same, Brian. Like, I didn't even know this was a person, really. Frederick Nissen Detchow. I wonder how they pronounce that. NHL 19 generator name. Imagine. That would be funny. Let's see. Thoughts on Columbus Blue Jackets out for next year. Only 3 picks this year. Bunch of UFAs leaving, star players leaving, dead inside. Honestly, Columbus, they had their chance. They went for it. I think they'll be decent next year. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs, though. I feel like they'll be okay, just not amazing, for sure. It's been a long draft. It's been an interesting one. Honestly, like it's mostly because of the lack of trades in the draft. Like, everything happened before the draft, and then it's like nothing. It's been nothing so far, basically. Come on, smash subscribe. Minimum agreed. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you do so already, boys. Let's get that going. Let's go. And also 4 likes away from 130. Let's get that going. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do so, boys. What team got the steal of the draft? Honestly, I think it's Montreal at Cole Caufield, number 15. Though Vegas at number 79 got Pavel Dorofeyev, which is also an amazing pick for them. There's been some great steals so far, I'm not going to lie. Now the Avalanche at 140 gets Sasha Mutala, a right winger. I don't know who that is either. Let me quickly look this guy up. Now I know who Kankale was, however you say his name, but Mutala. Sasha Mutala, he's a... Wait, what? He's a Canadian-born prospect? Sasha Mutala is Canadian. That's something. He was with the Tri-City Americans of the WHL. He put up 41 points in 65 games. Not bad. That's decent. That's decent. Decent pick by Colorado right there. A little bit of a... I mean, in the WHL, he was solid, but either way. Some of these names. Honestly, Sasha Mutala, the Canadian-born guy, I love it. I love it. How are the Habs doing so far? They've had some interesting picks. I think they've been decent. They made good pick over good pick over good pick. But I feel like Montreal hasn't made anything groundbreaking besides Cole Caufield, number 15. But it's been good for them, I would say. When it's free agency, the first day of free agency is July 1st. That's when it first happens. Let's see. I think if Chicago will make the playoffs next year, they will only make it to the 2nd round at the very most. As a Hawks fan, I hope they can win another cup in the next few years. Well, obviously, yeah. You still got that core of Kane and Taves there. If you can still win with that type of team, that would be good for them. And Vegas is on the clock with 141. Dallas is next pick after that with 142. Some of you guys know I'm a Dallas Stars fan. I'm hoping they do not suck with the 142 pick. I mean, I like Sumalo or whoever they picked with their 2nd pick, but Hopefully, Michael Gildon. They have another chance to draft Michael Gildon, the Plano-born, the pretty much Dallas-born prospect who was with the USDP this season. I would love that pick if they end up getting him. Let's see. Will Sakari Mainen get drafted? I know the name. I would think so, right? I would think so. I think he would be the type of guy to go that high. 12 steps away from 6.8K. Almost there, boys. Almost there. We're so close. If you haven't hit that subscribe button already, make sure you do so, boys. Let's go. Let's go. And again, Vegas on the clock. We haven't seen them make a pick yet. They're looking to be. They haven't. They're on the clock still. I don't think they've made a trade yet, though. Florida's getting prepared to go up here. We'll see what happens here. How is Warren not drafted yet? I don't know, Brian. Honestly, it's been pretty insane. I would love Warren at 142 for Dallas, though. Not going to lie. That would be amazing for them. But yeah, after this 141st pick, it goes Dallas number 142, Detroit 143, and Winnipeg at 144. How are Kane and Taves are like peanut butter and jelly? I mean, they're going to have been that way for a long time, right? So, Vegas Golden Knights take Mason Primeau. They do not trade that pick. Center prospect. You have Michael Gildon. You have Warren. You have Warman. Please, Dallas, don't be stupid. Please don't be stupid. I mean, Mason Primeau was pretty decent. Not a bad pick, but just take Warren or take Gildon, man. Please. I want that so bad. I want that so bad. 142, the Dallas Stars are on the clock. Please do not trade this pick. Please take Gildon. We want it, baby. We want it. I'm stunned that Frederick went in the draft, but that's fantastic. Honestly, I'm kind of happy for him. Danish-born guy. You have 2 Danish-born goaltenders in the draft. That is pretty cool to see. Owen Lindmark, hometown is 30 miles away from you? Nicholas Porco. Okay. I'm quickly looking him up. Is that who I think it is? Is that who I think it is? Huh. I didn't think Porco was available. Okay, so he was in the OHL this season, Saginaw Spirit, and ended up playing 67 games, 20 goals, 16 assists, 36 points. Not bad. Not bad. He was ranked around that range. He was ranked highest 65 overall by future considerations. He is 18 years old, a little bit of a younger prospects as well. Dallas has loved their OHL prospects so far. So when it comes to Porco, that's a decent pick. I'm fine with that. Though I would have liked to get Marshall Warren or Gildon, obviously. 8 subs to go. Almost there, boys. Almost there. We got 114 amazing people. 1 lakh away from 130 or 230. Let's get that done. And 8 subs away from 6.8K, boys. And of course, if you're already subscribed, a great way to help the channel grow is to also tell anybody you know that likes hockey about the channel. Make sure they're coming by streams, subscribing, and watching videos. It is vastly appreciated. And of course, we're on the way up. You guys have been absolutely insane for the last couple of streams. Just crazy. I think the start of yesterday we started with 6,340 subscribers or something, and throughout the last couple of days the draft has been insane for the channel. I just want to thank you guys for that. It's just been absolutely crazy. Who has had the best day too? Honestly, LA is up there. I want to say Colorado's had a pretty good draft as well. Carolina has been dominant throughout this draft, especially in the second round. It's been pretty crazy for sure. When will you do a next mod? It might be at 6.8K. Who knows? Who knows right now? Let's see. I would love Warren to go to Pittsburgh at 145. If you could get Warren at 145, that would be amazing. I mean, let me check. Let me check. So in my draft rankings folder right here, Brandon 0478 just subscribed. Thanks so much, my man. You get the Spirit Captain wink. And okay, Skip, welcome to the sub squad, my man. But I'll show you guys here. I'll show you guys here on my official notebook. I have Marshall. Oh, we have a trade to announce. I have a trade to announce. Not me. Either way, you can see right here. You can see some of the draft rankings. We got Marshall Warren right here at 43. He is still available 100 picks later. The Buffalo Sabres are on the clock. They end up trading for the 143rd pick. The Buffalo Sabres are 100 picks later than who then Marshall Warren should have been, and he is still available. Apparently Buffalo likes somebody going up to this point, so maybe it's Marshall Warren. Maybe he's finally drafted. That'd be epic. Not gonna lie. Around 30 minutes to Brady Tkachuk's house. Not bad. But Buffalo ends up taking Philip Sederquist. Okay, now I'm going to look him up. Let's see. Okay. Philip Sederquist. All right, baby. I have no idea who this is. I'm not even afraid to admit that. Philip Sederquist. Swedish born forward, 2000 born, 18 years old, with the Vax Lakers, the SHL. He ended up playing 33 SHL games, getting 4 goals, 4 assists for 8 points. Not bad. In the Super Elite League, he played 26 games. How did I not hear this guy? Like, how did I get that he's older, but how did I not hear that guy? That's pretty crazy. That's actually looking pretty good, not going to lie. That's a decent pick for them. Logan Neaton, which is a great name, ends up going 144th overall to Winnipeg. He's a goaltending prospect. Now Pittsburgh's on the clock with 145. They'll likely pick some crazy guy because of the Pittsburgh Penguins, and they're just freaking smart with drafting. Opinions on Lassie Thompson. I'm a pretty big fan of what Lassie Thompson brings. I don't think he's a 19th overall prospect caliber type pick, but I think he is decent. Let's see. Worst draft? No, it's not the worst draft, but it's been a lack of trades. Not gonna lie, it's been rough. But yeah, honestly, I feel like with Lassie Thompson, he should go around the 30 to 35 range. But I mean, reaching for him, you might as well do that because he has a lot of potential, I think, offensively, and can be a top 4 guy in the future. But the picks go: Pittsburgh 145. Toronto at 146, New York at 147, and the Nashville Predators at 148. And they end up picking Judd Caufield. So Pittsburgh ends up going for a little bit of a risky prospect, Judd Caufield of the USDP. That's a pretty solid prospect right there at 145. I like that pick for sure. No, I don't know. Yeah, there was a trade with Buffalo Sabres right there. What do you think about the Caps taking Brett Leason? The Crawdad at 84, good question right there. I like that. When it comes to Brett Leason, I think he is a good fit for the Capitals. He's 20 years old. He'll be in the NHL relatively soon. I'll probably say in a year and a half. And when it comes to Brett Leason, he's a guy that can help the Washington Capitals pretty soon. Sarah Levesky just subscribed. Thanks so much, Sarah. You get the Conspiracy Captain wink and the kiss gift. Welcome to the sub squad right there. But yeah, when it comes to him, I'm a pretty big fan. Let's see, 6 subs away. We're getting close. We're getting close. I'm not. Well, I mean, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Leason. I think he's a big fan of what he can do in Washington. I think he can be a good fit there. By the way, the Toronto Maple Leafs end up selecting Michael Koster. Decent pick right there, defenseman. I like that. Not the best pick in the world, but I like that. It's good for Toronto. How long until LA is a contender? I'd probably say 2 years at least. I still think getting some of those contracts out is going to be a little bit tough for them. But getting guys like Alex Turcotte and the amazing draft that he's had so far, I think will definitely help them. Judd Caufield is pretty good. Yeah, especially at 145. Yes, he wasn't a great USDP team, but I still think at 145 you get a pretty solid player at that point. When are the Islanders? The Islanders pick on the 147th. They're on the clock right now, so they're about to be picking. We'll see who they end up going for. Let's see. Who is the worst pick in your opinion? The worst pick opinion so far. I don't know. I don't know if Lassie Thompson would be that. I don't think he would be. I would say Moritz Seider. I love Moritz Seider a lot, but I don't think he's a top 6 prospect. It's a big risk to take. I'd probably say him, but I don't think he's a bust whatsoever. By the way, the Islanders do select Reese Newkirk, a pretty solid prospect for sure. In my top 75 rankings, I had Reese Newkirk at 100. Or I had Reese Newkirk at 73 overall. Islanders ended up getting him at 147th overall, which is not bad whatsoever. So of course, the last few picks of the 150 right now, Nashville picking Ethan Hayter, Minnesota at 149, and Calgary at 150. Asked a few times, every team in the NHL could use a Newkirk. How is he still available? Well, Brandon, I guess he's just there. I guess he just got picked right there. Is it related to Cole? No, I don't know. I don't think he is. It's Cole. So Cole Caufield is spelled Caufield. Judd Caufield is Caulfield. Field. So it's different in a way. It's close. For a second, at the start of the season, I thought they were brothers because they were so similar. But wait a second, I saw the L on the shape of her forehead. 4 subs, all right. So once we get to 4 subs, boys, we'll end this stream. We're almost there, boys. Almost there. Let's go. Come on. Let's get it done. If you're new to these streams, of course, make sure hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Definitely is appreciated. Minnesota ends up taking a center, Matiev Guskov. Center prospect right there. So there you go, France taking another center. That makes sense. Let's see. Pens took who? Pens took. They picked Judd Caufield. Hey, I'm back. Welcome back to the Stream Fire Strike. Good to see you. Come on, my man. Let's see, talking about him. What do you think about Cole Caufield? Honestly, Jonathan, Cole Caufield is one of the best players in this draft. Going number 15, I think, is an absolute steal for him. I think that'll be a great pick for the Montreal Canadiens. Will be a first-line forward for them in the future for sure. Let's see. Are you sure what? Yeah, he hasn't been drafted yet. Warren has not been drafted yet. I've made sure Marshall Warren has not been drafted yet. We're basically in the top 150, and he still has not been drafted. I'm gonna search his name on Twitter. You know, mine as well. Might as well. Marshall Warren. It's been like he's still there. He's still available. My gosh, he's still available. Guys like Michael Gildon, Marshall Warren, they're still available, man. No, they haven't been picked. That's surprising, man. Joshua Nodler goes 150 overall to Calgary right there. Let's see. Where do you think Panarin will go? Joffrey, I'm thinking the Florida Panthers, if I had to say a team. The New York Rangers are obviously an amazing candidate as well. Let's see. 4 subs, almost there, boys. Come on, almost at 4.8K. Let's get that, or 6.8K. Let's get that done. What do you think about the Capitals' couple of picks, McMichael and Leeson? I like the McMichael pick. I think he'll be a second-line center behind Kuznetsov once Backstrom is kind of said and done. But I like McMichael and the IQ that he has. He's a very smart player, a pretty underratedly talented player, but the overall skill, the overall ability there is not really there. The physicality, the defense is just nowhere to be heard of. But if he has developed right, Washington can develop centers especially well, so we'll see if that actually happens. Aku Ratty, who was drafted by the Coyotes, who I think is Otto Ratty's brother. Let me quickly make sure of that. He's a Finnish-born winger, I'm pretty sure. 17 years old. He's playing in the Liga, or at least will be playing in the Liga next season. Is he the brother? Yeah, so his brother is Otto Ratty, who will be going first overall in 2021. So the brother of Otto Ratty goes 155th or 151st overall right there. Yeah, I'm watching the draft on NHL Network, Jonathan. How did the Devils get Subban? I'm not sure. Honestly, that trade was an absolute steal for them. So, of course, wait a second. What do you think of Vancouver's draft? Frederick, I think it's been pretty great. Getting Podkolzin is decent, and Höglander at number 40 is absolutely incredible. By the way, Kirill Slepets goes to Carolina, a 20-year-old right there. Decent pick, has a lot of potential, I think, for sure. Let's see. Right now, we're at 152. I said I'd be closing up the stream around then. 2 more subscribers to go until 6,800, boys. Almost there. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you do so, boys. We're almost there. It's been crazy. Just crazy, man. But yeah, right now, San Jose is on the clock. We'll see what they can do here. See what they can do. Hi from Slovakia, Max Joe. Good to see you come by, my man, for sure. Coming from Slovakia, good to see you, my man, for sure. Let's see. What do you think of the Red Wings draft? Honestly, the Red Wings draft has been pretty good for them. I think there's been some reaches, but I think there's been some pretty decent prospects going their way for sure. Why is goalie Dylan St. Cyr not draft eligible? I'm not sure. I have no idea who that is. I'm gonna be honest. Will Yuka Yellen go to the NHL? Maybe. Who knows? But we're close to 6.8K right now. Again, if you are new to the stream, make sure you're hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you do so, boys. We're almost there. It's super close. Almost, baby, almost. And again, after this stream ends, I'll be doing the PK Subban trade video. I'll be doing my winners and losers video of the 2019 NHL draft. And of course, we just have a couple more rounds to go as well. What do you think of the Predators draft? The Predators draft has been pretty interesting. They've had a couple of decent picks, not the best, but I like what they did at 24 for sure. When it comes to Nashville, I think they've had a decent draft for the picks that they had. I like what they did so far. What about the Wild? The Wild have been interesting. They passed out on Cole Caufield, got Matthew Boldy, but the rest of it has been pretty decent. They've gotten some decent players. I like Vlasov first stop for them for sure. They got some decent players. I think with Minnesota, they fixed a little bit of holes, especially in their prospect pool, and this draft kind of solves a little bit of that. He's from Notre Dame. Ooh. Is he older? Is he older than Dylan St. Cyr? St. Cyr would it be like Dylan St. Cyr? That's a weird name though. That is a really weird name. He's 20 years old. So he was born on May 23rd, which means that he wouldn't be draft eligible because he was born before that other draft. I would assume, right? But yeah, decent stats in the NCAA. Not bad. Not a bad player right there. We drafted well, and with Boldy, it's a start. I think so, man. I think so. By the way, Capitals end up selecting Martin Haas. That's okay. I like that pick. So, for this live stream, even though we just weren't able to hit 6.8K, I will actually just be ending the stream. Again, I said that I was ending the stream around the 150 mark, so I'll keep my word on that pick. We got some amazing players still available, like guys like Patrick Monahan, Marshall Warren, and Michael Gildon. But we'll see what ends up happening with that one. So, of course, everybody in this stream, thanks so much for coming by. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Likewise, subscribe-wise, you guys have been absolutely crazy and in a good way. You can see all y'all come root for both streams for the NHL draft, round 1 and round 2. The support has just been absolutely crazy. And again, we're almost on the road to 7K, almost there, boys. So, of course, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Goodbye.